All right, all right. How are we doing today, everybody? Let's go. Let's go. We got 2 games on this Saturday. We're kicking it off. Kansas City, Las Vegas. Let's get it going. Rock and roll, everybody. Thank you for hanging out here. Appreciate all of you for being here, and we are gonna have ourselves a real fun Saturday. Let me knock off the volume here. There we go. We're rocking and rolling, everybody. We are live. We got Kansas City. We got Las Vegas. Ashton, how are you? Good to see you. Nathan, how's it going? Javonte Davis or Hector Garcia? Got to think about that one. Nathan, how's your day going so far? Don't forget, drop a like on the stream. We'll get a whole bunch of people in here. Kickoff is in about 15 minutes. Kansas City, Las Vegas. Kansas City trying to get the win, so they still have that shot at the #1 seed. Las Vegas, they played the 49ers really tough last week. We all saw that. Can they do it again against another very good team against Kansas City? We shall see. We shall see. All right. What I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to share this. I'm going to post this to Twitter. Try and get some. We'll get a whole bunch of people in here, hopefully. All right. All right. So, sorry about that. Raiders or Kansas City? That's a good question. I mean, look, yeah, I think you have to go Kansas City in this one. Like if you're betting, I'm not sure. Let's take a look and see what the spread is in this one. But I think you have to go Kansas City. But look, we saw it last week. The Raiders played the 49ers really tough, so you can't discount anyone. Kansas City given 8.5, so I think that's pretty fair. That's a reasonable one. Yeah, I would say, I think you got to go Kansas City in this one. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs are not going to be shocked by the Raiders or anything that the Raiders do. They play each other twice a year. Then again, you could also make the argument that the Raiders won't be shocked by anything Kansas City do, but I would take Kansas City. Got the Raiders, okay. I mean, hey, look, you never know. You have the Raiders to win or to cover, because the Raiders are given 8.5 points, basically. To me personally, I think that the Chiefs should win because the Chiefs have a lot on the line here. They have the possibility of getting that #1 seed, so which is just so big because only one team gets the bye week, which is obviously the #1 seed. So tough call. But the Raiders, hey, look, they're playing for pride. They got a lot on the line here too, so we can't discount that. They got a lot on both teams, I mean, for the Raiders, look, if you're a guy like Jarrett Stidham, you definitely want to, try and prove yourself that maybe, hey, you had a great game against the 49ers. The stats didn't look great, but honestly, both of those interceptions that, he threw, the first one got deflected off a 49er guy's helmet, ball pops up, intercepted. The other one is because he got hit as he threw the ball, so not necessarily his fault on either of them, but he's going to try and play himself into a job next year. And most likely, I would think, would stay with the Raiders, his familiarity with Josh McDaniels, etc., etc., etc. So we'll see. We shall see. Later on today, guys, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and Tennessee Titans. I got the Raiders to win. Watching for Davante Adams. Yeah, he's fantastic. The run game, yeah. I mean, Josh Jacobs he's the leading rusher in the NFL, and he's had such a good year, and it kind of gets overshadowed by yeah, Josh Jacobs is the leading rusher in the NFL by a decent margin, by 160 yards. So he's had a great year. Devontae Adams has the third most receiving yards. So there's a lot of weapons, and I was a little nervous last week going into the Raider game. I mean, I did think that we would win. I thought we'd win a little bit more comfortably, but you know, yeah, it's one of those things where I mean, yeah, I really did I liked what the Raiders did last week against the 49ers. They were really physical. They kind of they did to the 49ers what not many teams could do. You know, so the leading gusher. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Raiders' offense has looked really good. Darren Waller, I think to me is really such a huge X factor because I'm thinking he had a pretty damn good game against the 49ers, but when you have Waller who's really explosive in his own right, that you have all these players that you just can't you can't double all of them. Like a lot of times you want to focus on Devontae, you want to focus on Devontae. But then, hey, Darren Waller is an explosive athlete. He can make huge plays, and he does make huge plays. And then you look at some of the other players they have on offense who are pretty, Matt Collins is okay. Hunter Renfrow has his moments, works best out of the slot. So Raiders they're kind of a dangerous team. The issue really is just their defense is awful. Their defense is terrible. So, what can you do about that? Okay. Alrighty. But yeah. So we are less than 10 minutes away from kickoff. It's going to be, you got Waller scoring 3 touchdowns. Okay. I mean, hey, you never know. We've seen crazier things happen. But, of course, you have a lot of people out in support of, Damar Hamlin. And we all know the crazy, play that happened where, the play itself wasn't even that crazy, but just, the impact that it had. So hopefully everything, it's great to hear that Damar Hamlin is recovering, doing a lot better. That, he's really kind of he's able to speak again. And, yeah, so that's awesome news. And yeah, I think the NFL is going to be watching these games closely. Fingers crossed that there's no injuries to anyone. And we just have a good, clean game. But you got the Chiefs 42-17. Yeah, I would say that you'll be correct somewhere in that vicinity. I think that my guess would be Chiefs. I'd say Chiefs 31, Raiders 20 or something like that. I think the Chiefs should win by double digits, but you never know. You just never know. All right. So what even happened to Damar, says Nathan? Well, for what we're understanding and from what the kind of understanding that we've got so far, I don't think we've had anything super official, but essentially, when he went to make the tackle on T. Higgins, I think Higgins must have hit him right here. And just on just whatever way his heart was beating, whatever way he got hit, it basically just stopped his heart, which is just crazy. And then yeah, so then they had to do CPR for, I think it was 10 minutes on the field. Ambulance took him to the hospital. So yeah, just a crazy play. And I'm glad that he's doing better. The Raiders do play maybe it's closer case. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Earlier in the year, the Raiders almost beat the Chiefs too. I think it was one of those games where the Chiefs had to basically drive down the field and at the very last possession of the game there. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, this was way earlier in the season. They only won by 1 point earlier. It was 30-29 earlier in the year. You just never know, especially these division games. And at the end of the day, I think what you're going to see from the Raiders are a little bit dangerous now because, look, they don't really have much to play for in terms of they're not going to the playoffs. They could be extra aggressive when going forward on, let's say, like fourth downs and things like that. So don't be surprised to see the Raiders put up a fight. And, as you said, division game, you never know. If we were close with Kansas City, we were close with, exactly, God Emperor, you're right. Very close with Kansas City. Actually winning, I think, for a lot of that game, and then just the issue with the Raiders is just their defense just not good enough, unfortunately. I like the Raiders. They have some good players in defense, of course. Max Crosby is good. Rocky Yassin is pretty good, but he's out. We know that Chandler Jones can make some big plays. A lot of good things with that the Raiders have going for them. But there's a lot of different things for them that they'll need to do if they want to compete going forward. I think next year, Daniel Barry, how we doing, buddy? Welcome on in. Good to see you. But there's going to be a lot of different things that the Raiders will have to do in the offseason if they want to compete next season. I do think that they potentially need another wide receiver. And I think that other than that, though, I think the offense is pretty decent. But they need to go crazy on defense. They got to go all out on defense to make that happen. When's the next mock draft? It won't be for a while. I put one out last night, and then, I think you saw that. But the next mock draft, I won't be doing it for a while just because not until we see how things change and evolve with regards to things like workouts and the combine and whatnot. So it probably won't be for, I would say, if I had to guess, I'd say it would be at least a few weeks, maybe even a month before I do my next mock draft, unfortunately. But we shall see. We shall see. You never know. You never know. Trying to see any updates here. Let me see the players who are inactive for the Chiefs today. It's McCole Hardman, Sky Moore. Those are the two main guys that you'd probably notice. Then we have Shane Buechel, the quarterback, Josh Kando, Malik Herring, kicker Matthew Wright, and OT Darian Kennard. And then let's take a look for the Raiders. Who are the Raiders inactives today? They haven't said it. Not that I've seen. Yeah? Oh, I have to go to. Here we go. Raiders inactives are going to be Derek Carr, Darian Butler, Chris Lacey, Britton Brown, Natane Muti, Matthew Butler, and Tashawn Bauer. All right. Chiefs always win. Yeah, the Chiefs always find a way to win, and that's just, it's one of those kind of silly football cliches, but, it's just good teams find ways to win. So, Ashton asks, are y'all sitting any starters for tomorrow? Not that I know of. I don't think so, because the 49ers have a chance for the number 1 seed, so the Niners, I think, are going to be playing all their starters, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think that the Niners will be maybe cautious in terms of snap counts and things like that. But outside of that, the Niners I think they're all their starters. Deebo Samuel is back. Elijah Mitchell is back. So, yeah, So there we go. But this is a big game here for Kansas City here, because the Kansas City Chiefs, if they want to get in, be the number 1 seed, they have to win this. Clamp Sniffer, how we doing? Good to see you, bud. So kickoff is about to start here, And it looks like the Chiefs are going to get the ball to start the game. We have Victor Nunez, the Chiefs, and the number 1 gang, the 49ers, will be in the playoffs. There we go. There we go. That would be a repeat of the Super Bowl from a number of years ago. Kicker Daniel Carlson kicks it away off to the left side there, but it is going to be a touchback. So Kansas City going to start with the ball. 1st and 10 of their own 25-yard line. Mahomes coming out. This should be a good game. Division game. Chiefs trying to get the number 1 seed. The Raiders, they are playing for pride, but they got a lot of players who are going to play for a job next year too. So here we go. I agree, Nathan. I kind of would like to see the Raiders win this one. I'm not going to lie. 1st and 10, Mahomes in shotgun. Back to his right. Snap is away. Going to hand it to Pacheco up the middle, who gets decent yards on 1st down. Gets about 4 or 5 yards on 1st down. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Victor says, Shifty, I want to acknowledge you for all the hard work and dedication announcing that you do for the 49ers and the 49er fans. Well, thank you very much, Victor. I appreciate that, man. Really appreciate the nice comments and compliments. That's rad. And then Reggae says, love me some Shifty comment. There we go. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City. Thank you, Reggae. Appreciate that, too. Mahomes behind center, single back. He's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw. Crosby bearing down. I'm throwing it deep. He's got a man wide open. It's Watson. He's inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5. What a huge throw. Patrick Mahomes to the wide receiver, Watson, and all the way down, 1st and goal for Kansas City. Watson came in motion and just beats the DB, number 21 there, never had a shot. Great route, perfect throw. There he goes. All the way down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line goes Kansas City. Big time play right there to start the game. They're up to the 3-yard line. Mahomes in shock and Pacheco to his right. This is a Travis Kelce moment here. Travis Kelce, they do throw it to him, but he gets swallowed up. Good defense by the Raiders. Loses 2 yards. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Chandler Jones is not active. He is on the IR. We won't see Chandler Jones until next year. Last day as a Raider fan, you're following Derek Carr wherever he goes. Are you a big Fresno State fan too? 2nd and goal, Kansas City. We're less than 2 minutes into the game. Mahomes going to be behind center now, single back. 2 tight ends down low, a tight end and receiver up top. Interesting formation from Kansas City. Snap is away, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Under pressure, does throw it away. Takes a bit of a hit there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal now. 3rd and goal from the 5. We have Jerick McKinnon coming in. Former 49er. He has been on a tear lately, has Jerick McKinnon. McKinnon's put up all kinds of yards lately. All right. Raiders need a big play here. You're right, Reggae. So it's just inside the 5. Mahomes in shock and McKinnon to his right. There's a flag on the play here. They have 12 men on the field. The Raiders have 12 men on the field. Why is he saying 3rd down? Yeah. So that's going to make it half the distance to the goal. But there was 12 men on the field for the Raiders. You can't do that. The Raiders defense looks, I would call a timeout maybe. If I'm the Raider defense, they just look completely discombobulated. 3rd and goal here from inside the 3 now. Mahomes and shotgun, McKinnon to his right. 3 receivers up top. Snap is away. Looking. Mahomes might run it himself. He's going to run it himself. He just flips it over to McKinnon. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Patrick Mahomes does the touch, throws it, just does a little flip over. Just gets it and flips it over to Jerick McKinnon. Touchdown, Kansas City. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Make this a little bigger, the scoreboard. He was not, I guess they were questioning whether he was maybe beyond the line of scrimmage or not. I don't think that he was. So that's just a great play. Another fantastic play by Patty Mahomes. Kick is up for the extra point, and it's good. 7-0. Kansas City over the Raiders. That took them just over 2 minutes. Thanks in large part to the big pass to Watson that took him inside the 5. Huge play. Kansas City take the lead. Kansas City. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And excellent. We're at 1,920 subscribers, trying to hit 2,000 today. Can we hit 2,000 subscribers? It's official. Yep. And Nathan says, I miss Jerick. You know, I really questioned the acquisition of Jerick McKinnon. That was back in, I think it was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I really questioned the acquisition of McKinnon. But, you know, seeing what Kansas City's done with him, I think that's what the Niners wanted to do with him too. And almost in that Christian McCaffrey-esque role, you know. So, Brooks MC, how are we doing? How are you today, sir, on this lovely Saturday? Here in the Bay Area, it's cloudy, it's kind of cold. But we'll see. You know, we got a good game going here. Chiefs score on the first drive. Thanks in large part. They had a deep pass to the receiver Watson. Jerick McKinnon with the touchdown, so he just keeps scoring touchdowns. That's what he does. So Justin Watson, the wide receiver, is the player who had the big reception for Kansas City. All right. I'm going to keep this open. And there we go. Hopefully everyone's having a great Saturday. Thank you for joining me here. We have the Jaguars and Titans coming up next, which is the battle for the AFC South. So whoever wins that takes the AFC South. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be a good one. Is CMC active tomorrow? I'm actually not sure. He's dealing with a bit of an ankle sprain. I actually wouldn't be shocked if CMC is inactive, but we'll see what happens. Crazy Guy says you proposed earlier today. Well, what did she say? You got to tell us, man. What did she say? There we go. Brooks MC, thumbs up, everyone. Hit the like button. Let's see how we're doing in the likes department. I'm a classic man. We have 16, so we're at Montana likes already. Love to see it. Let's try and hit CMC likes. Let's hit the 23 likes. That is the stretch goal for the time being. And now we have Jarrett Stidham, who played really well against the 49ers. You end up looking at his stats and you see 3 touchdowns, which is really good. But you see 2 interceptions. But at the end of the day, like, the 2 interceptions weren't totally his fault. She said yes. She said yes. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Crazy Guy. Congratulations to you. Hopefully you guys have a very happy future together. 1st and 10, sitting behind center. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw it over the middle. Caught by Foster Moreau, who's going to get about 10 yards on the play. Looking like Travis Kelce out there at tight end, number 87. Big time play for the Raiders to kick off the game. Stidham, 1 for 1, 10 yards. I think I'm kind of rooting for the Raiders in this one. J.R. Meadows, it's wild how McKinnon didn't pan out with us. You're right. 100% you're right. It's but it was just injuries, man. Just bad luck with injuries. And just one of those unlucky things sometimes. Jarrett Stidham, oh my God, there we go. Stidham behind center, single back. They're going to hand it to Jacobs up the middle. And Jacobs gets decent yards on first down. Gets about 4 yards. But I think I kind of want the Raiders to win this one, I think. I really do I think I want the Raiders to win. You're going to change your YouTube name right now, man. What are you going to change it to? Well, I guess we'll see it in a moment, but There we go. Here we go. Here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Stidham's in shotgun. Jacobs to his right. 3 receivers up top. Darren Waller down low. Devontae now motions down low. Looks like a bit of zone coverage here. Stidham looking. Has to roll out to his right. Gonna try and run forward and gets the first down. Raiders. First down. Jarrett Stidham picking up the run. Doing it all himself. Adams is active. Margaret Hernandez, how are we doing? Yeah, we have 32 people in here, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Liking the stream really helps out for engagement. It's free to do. We're at 21 likes. Can we get to 30 likes? Let's go. Let's go. 1st and 10, Raiders after the run by Stidham. They're at their own 47-yard line behind center. Hands it off to Jacobs at the middle. Jacobs going to lose a couple of yards. That's a good tackle. Juan Thornhill. Crazy fiance. Yes, Devontae Adams is active. Yes, and I love it. Crazy fiance, man. Good for you. Congratulations to you, bud. Well done. Raiders got ballers for sure. Yes, they do, man. Yes, they freaking do. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Now, after the loss of 2, they're at their own 45-yard line. Are the Raiders sitting behind center? Waller in the backfield with Jacobs. Snap is away, fakes the handoff, got good protection, running out of time. Going to run for it now. And Stidham picks up good yards, picks up about 10 yards. Going to be shy of the first down. But Karlaftis tries to bring him down about 6 yards downfield, but Stidham breaks out of it. Miguel Benitez, I'm doing well, man. How are you today? Raiders got ballers. You're right, JR, for sure. What up, Shifty? David Villa, how we doing? Niners are the best, yes. And we're doing the Niner game tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day. I think we're doing 3 games tomorrow. I'm going to be here all day long. Maybe about 10 hours. So today's a little bit of a preview of that. Today we're doing 2 games. We're doing Jaguars and Titans later. Stidham in shotgun, fakes the handoff to... Oh, what a throw and catch by Devontae for the first down. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs, throws it to the sideline. Devontae just very casually just goes, catch. First down, Raiders. Down all the way to the Kansas City, about 32-yard line. Good pickup. Also call you whatever you want, man. Crazy guy it is. Crazy guy it is. Devontae Adams has the most receiving yards in a single season in franchise history. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Kansas City 32-yard line. Stidham behind center. Single back. Waller in motion. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs. Throwing it deep is Stidham. And Devontae almost comes up with it. There was 2 players. There was L'Jarius Sneed and Juan Thornhill in the end zone. Looking for Devontae, almost came up with it. Man, Devontae had it in his hands too. Sean Payton would love that Raiders team. Yeah, he would do a lot of great things with the offense. A lot of hot tea and honey for your... Yep, there we go. Exactly right. Yeah, after the game today, we are doing Titans-Jaguars, who will determine the winner of the AFC South. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders here at the Kansas City 32. In shotgun snap, high snap, throws it quickly to Hunter Renfrow, and Renfro's going to get maybe about 4 yards on 2nd and 10. So we're going to have 3rd and 6 coming up inside the Kansas City 30-yard line. 8.5 minutes to go. Game plan for Raiders, run on 3rd down. We'll see. Raiders going a little bit of hurry up here. Well, maybe not. It looked like it was going to be hurry up for a second. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go, football fans. Stidham in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers up top. Waller down low. Let's see if they do motion. Time's running out. Snap is away. Looking. Time's running out. Gonna get sacked. And that's by the big dog, Chris Jones. Chris Jones. Holy moly. Wow, with the big time sack. Back at the 35. So that's going to bring up a field goal attempt here for the Raiders. Chris Jones, one of the best players in the NFL. We all know that Aaron Donald gets a lot of love. Aaron Donald gets a lot of love, as he rightfully does in terms of praise. But Chris Jones, right there behind him as far as I'm concerned. Zach F., how are we doing? Field goal attempt is going to be good. So the Raiders do put some points on the board, 7-3. Kansas City over the Raiders. The Raiders just tacked on 3 points. Born in 2000. 22 in engagement. Well, good for you, bud. You found the one at an early age, so that's great, man. How are we doing today, Zach? You're right. I'm going to be getting the Brita filtered water momentarily. We have 28 likes on the stream. Can we hit 30 likes? Speaking of which, let me go get my I'm going to get my Brita filtered water right now. Blitz Mahomes, play man-to-man, stop the run. Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but sometimes when you blitz Mahomes, that's leaving man-on-man coverage, and that's where he goes to Kelsey all the freaking time. So if you guys want to hear a funny story, I emailed Brita about a possible sponsorship. They said no, like they're just not doing sponsorships, but they were like, well, we thank you very much for being interested in our products. And I was like, hey, I love it. Love the taste. It's great. You're going to do a mock draft, says Nathan. Do it up, man. Do it up. Do a mock draft, man. Do I stream during the off season? It's a good question. Last off season, so this is only my second NFL season, like for me doing this. Last offseason, I really didn't. The only stream that I did was day 2 of the NFL draft. But I do think that I'll be streaming things like, I'll be doing like mock drafts, and I'll have like the screen shared on here, but I'll be doing like live mock drafts and things like that. So I know, damn it, Brita, where's that sponsorship? I think my channel needs to be a lot bigger before they'd actually like listen to me. But I was just like, it was one night where I was like, yeah, screw it. Why not? I'm just going to send them an email, see what happens. And they were like, oh, thank you so much. But we're not interested. We're not doing sponsorships right now. So, oh, well. But yeah, you do a mock draft, Nathan. Let me know what you come up with. Yeah, that's going to be a good game later tonight. We have Titans-Jaguars. That's going to be a really good game. Really looking forward to that. And tomorrow, boy, we are in for a bonanza of football. There's a lot of football tomorrow night. So looking forward to that. We are at 29 likes. Thank you all for all the likes. Thank you for supporting the channel. Daniel Carlson of the Raiders going to kick it off to Kansas City. It's going to be a touchback. So 7:15 left in the first quarter. Do a little bit of this and that. So there's 7:15 left in the first quarter, and Mahomes, they quickly put up points on that first drive. 2 minutes, thanks in large part to the deep pass from Mahomes to Justin Watson, and they end off the drive with a little flip pass to Jerick McKinnon. But 1st and 10 here. Mahomes in shotgun, looking to throw, under pressure, throws it to Kelsey, kind of bobbled it for a second, but is able to come up with it. They pick up 6 yards on 1st down. So it's going to be 2nd and 4, Kansas City coming up. Less than 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. They're going to call it 2nd and 3. Mahomes, of course, is going to be in shotgun. The majority of the snaps are back to his right. Going to hand it off to his right, plowing up the middle. I think that's Ronald Jones. And he's going to be just shy of the 1st down, I think. I think he's going to be just shy. Thanks for the shout. It's a good day. Told you I'd be back. Like your cast. Do a good, clean game. You heard that right. There we go. Yeah, of course, Margaret. Yeah, great to have you back. Glad to have you here. No, John Jay, I wasn't really impacted by it. Taking Jalen Jones, cornerback. Yeah, that's a good call. I like Jalen Jones in the draft. 3rd and 1 here for Kansas City. Mahomes behind center, maybe quarterback sneak it here. They are going to do an end around here to Kadarius Toney, who does get enough for the first down. I think it will be enough with forward progress. We'll have to see what they call it. They are going to give it first down with forward progress. A little end around there to Kadarius Toney, and just about gets the first down. We are at 30 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate that. McKinnon is tearing it up the past couple weeks. Still looking for that upset, though. Me too. Mahomes going to hand it off to Ronald Jones on 1st and 10. Maybe gets a yard on the play. Good defense there by the Vegas Raiders. Swallows up Ronald Jones. So the Chiefs clearly trying to get some different players some action here. Week 18. They have like Amir Smith-Marset out there. You have Smith-Schuster. Justin Watson. They have so many different weapons that they're able to utilize. Mahomes is going to be behind center, single back. 3 receivers up top, 1 down low. Snap is away, fakes the handoff. Going to be under pressure for Crosby. Dumps it off to the tight end. Going to get a first down yardage. First down, Kansas City up to midfield. And that's going to be Noah Gray, tight end out of BYU. 101, I take Luke Whippler, Ohio State. Man, that's a good start. That's a really good start to your mock draft. First and 10, Kansas City. Back to Mahomes' left. Going to motion out now. Oh, to his right. They're at their own 49. Snap is away. Mahomes is looking under pressure. Throwing it, flips it deep. And it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. No flags on the play. Good defense by the Raiders, but he just flipped it. Yep, my favorite team, the Chiefs. You know it. Just realized I finished college 1 year ago. Wow. There you go, man. I finished college a long time ago. It was a long, long time ago. Looking for MVS down the field, but nothing doing. Good defense there by the Raiders. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, Smith-Schuster in motion. Snap is away, gonna hand it off here to Pacheco. Got good yards up the middle and ends up getting about 8 yards on the play. Really good run, good vision there, good patience. Sidney Brown safety. Yeah, we do need some safety depth because I don't think Jimmy Ward under contract for next year. I'm not sure. I think we just have Deshaun Gibson's not under contract. Jimmy Ward. I think we just have Hufanga and George Odom. So could definitely use some depth there. 3rd and 2, Kansas City at the Raiders 43. In shotgun, snap is away. Mahomes is looking, going to throw it quick, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce. Good defense there by Hobbs, number 39 of the Raiders. We'll see if Kansas City want to go for it. And Mahomes is going to the sideline. So looks like the Chiefs are going to punt it away. Yeah, it's interesting, Nathan, because DeMeco Ryans hasn't got, I think DeMeco Ryans is basically a shoo-in he's basically a shoo-in for a head coaching job. So whenever I do mock drafts, I basically do that assuming that DeMeco gets a head coaching job. So kick is away, punt is away. It's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. So good punt. Uh, 80 more subs to 2K. Oh, man, no. You've been doing this a lot longer than I have, man. I haven't earned that title at all. I appreciate the kind words, man, but yeah. Doing our thing, though. We're doing our thing. We have 37 people in here, guys. Feel free to like the stream. We're at 30 likes. Let's see if we can get to 35 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Today, we are looking to hit that 2K mark. After this game, we have Titans and Jaguars coming up, the battle for the AFC South. Is there any minor league baseball team in my city? No. The nearest one would be the San Jose Giants. That would be the nearest one. That would be the nearest minor league. All right. So, Chiefs punted 4th and 2 inside the Raiders 45. Not usual for what you would see. Not usual for what you'd see the Chiefs. Normally the Chiefs are a lot more aggressive going for it. Steve-O Supremo says, Jimmy under contract. I don't know. I don't think he's not under contract for next year. Oh, Jimmy Ward. Sorry, Jimmy Ward. He is a... Let me check that actually, because I'm kind of curious now. Over the Cap. Here we go. That's the website. I like to use either Over the Cap or Spot Track. Use Over the Cap here. So for 20... Oh, wait. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Here we go. So Jimmy Ward, I guess, is under contract. It's for a good deal, but I don't know if that's a player option or not. But he is under contract. So there we go. That's good. Love to see that. Love to see it. Thank you very much, John Jay. You have a great day, man. Glad the power's back and you're doing your thing. Good to see you, bud. Wait, how are you not mod? Let me make 1 second. I'm gonna make there. Now you're a moderator, John Jay. I don't know how you weren't. What's under Jimmy Ward is under contract, I believe. I'm not sure what the deal is though. Mine is the El Paso Chihuahuas. The Chihuahuas. Holy moly! We got Zach F here doing a membership bomb, gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Everyone give a huge shout out to Zach F. There we go. We got Cato getting a membership. We got Was Goods. We got Nathan getting one. There should be 2 more to come. Zach F with the huge member bomb. There we go. Just make sure in your settings, if you click that notification, the Zach F notification, that you can select to opt into gifted memberships. Over the middle, Stidham up to the 20-yard line. Matt Collins, I don't know if he was touchdown, but first down, Raiders. There we go. Zach F with the huge member bomb. Love to see it. Bam. You are the dude. Way to go, Zach, man. Way to go. Yeah, crazy fiance. You got to do... I think you have to, maybe you have to opt in for gifted membership. Say, are you reggae? Whoever wants it. Whoever wants it. So you guys will have a whole bunch of access now to some cool emojis. You get the little symbol beside the name. There we go. Love to see it. Thank you so much, Zach. You are the man. 1st and 10 Raiders, and Stidham's going to get sacked and lose about 8 yards. That play was done from the get-go. Yeah, the people who get the gifted memberships, it's randomized. But I think, and Reggae Shark gets it. Reggae Shark gets the membership. There we go. Thank you very much, Zach. We're up to 32 members. But crazy. So if you actually tap the icon where Zach F drafted the membership, you can actually, there'll be an option where then if you tap that, you can actually select to opt in to gifted memberships. Appreciate that, Zach. You are the man. 2nd and 18 for the Raiders at their own 10. Stidham looking, throwing it deep. Got a man. Intercepted. Intercepted by Juan Thornhill. Juan Thornhill with the interception. He was throwing it deep, and the Chiefs get the ball back. Big time interception. Also, Nathan, good call on taking Tyler Davis out of Clemson, yeah. Tyler Davis out of Clemson. Good stuff. I take RB out of Oklahoma, Eric Gray. Well, I know that CG Ruthless would like that. He'd like the Noah Gray selection right there. Excellent. Thank you so much, Zach. Let's give a huge shout out in the chat. I know some of us have already, but huge shout out to Zach F with the 5-member bomb on Shifty's 49ers Talk. Let's go. If anyone would like to become a member, I believe it's $2.99. You get access to the cool emojis, and drop those emojis in the chat, guys. Go crazy with them. Love to see it. And you get the little symbol beside your name, and if we ever do like slow mode or anything like that, then you won't have to abide by a lot of the rules there, and we'll do specific member deals and whatnot. So excellent. Thank you so much, Zach. You are the man. Yeah, Oklahoma's always really stacked. There we go. See all those cool emojis. The butt counts. The butt counts. Get the chain. TBC is the butt counts, but on the Brita filter, it's the Brita counts. The Brita counts. Love it. Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate you, buddy. There we go. Zach, he's our man. If you can't do it, no one can. How many Super Bowls have I seen? Whole bunch. How many of the Cowboys got? Not one. Yeah, not one since, I think, what was the last Cowboys Super Bowl? Like 96, was it, or something? Because the Niners won at 94, and then I think the Cowboys, did they win back-to-back or something like that? All right, we have 39 people in here, guys. Feel free to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers today. We are 80 away. We're at 36 likes, so we are at Merton Hanks likes. So can we hit 42? Can we get to Ronnie Lott likes? 1st and 10, Kansas City at the Raiders 44. Mahomes throwing it deep. Wide open is Smith-Schuster inside the 20 of the Raiders. We're going to have maybe one more play before the end of the first quarter here. Big time play right there by the Kansas City Chiefs. They get the big turnover, and Mahomes throws a wide open over the middle. Raider defense, just number 59. Dude, you're not a starter. You need to not be out there. Number 59. Cowboys haven't made an NFC Championship game in your life. Yikes. Well, there's time for that. Time enough for that, man. Chiefs, 1st and 10 at the Raiders 16. They're going to hand it to Kadarius Toney in the backfield. Toney making guys miss inside the 5, down inside the 3 to the 2, 1 yard line. Down to the 2, they're calling it Kadarius Toney. And that's a player who, whenever he gets the ball in his hands, guys, he is dangerous. He is dangerous. Watch out for Kadarius Toney. That guy can play, man. That guy can play. Here we go. We have 37 likes. Appreciate all the likes on the stream, guys. Trying to get to 42. Took Edge... which I'm Mathis out of Nebraska. I'm not really too familiar. Hey, completely underrated, but I'm the only person who doesn't have a brother or sister. That's true. Well, as far as I know, I don't know the status of everyone in here, but there we go. Huge shout out to Zach F for all the support on the stream. Zach F was actually the inaugural member of Shifty's 49ers Talk 2, the first member that we had here. Here we go. Here we go. 41 people in here. Chiefs are going to have the ball to start the... Let me update this because it's going to be the second quarter. At the 2 yard line, looking to tack on 7 more. And the Raider defense just in 6s and 7s. They just don't know what they're doing. They're all over the place. We'll see if they can figure it out, though. Hopefully they can. Hopefully they can, because I'd want to see a close game here, and ultimately it'd be great too if the Raiders could. I'd like to see an upset. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to see an upset. Tisha Edmonds, there we go. Thank you so much, Tisha, for the $1.99 super chat. I really appreciate that, Tisha. So I did. Did you see, Tisha, that we did? That I put out one last night. I put when our next emote. I think it's actually less than that. I think it's at 30. I think it's at 35. So we're close to it. We're very close to getting more emotes. So we're right there, man. But thank you so much, Tish. Yeah, so I did that. I did the mock draft, and I put it out last night. The next one that I'm going to do probably won't be for at least a few weeks, simply because I kind of like to see. I want to spend more time like looking at draft prospects, but the other thing too is that I want to see some of the things work out in terms of like workouts, and the combine's not for a while yet, but then also there's going to be a lot of like NFL talk with like the playoffs and everything starting too. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out, but I will for me, I love doing the mock drafts. They're like one of my favorite things to do. So so I appreciate that, and I really appreciate the $1.99. First and goal, touchdown, Kansas City. That's Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones with the touchdown, and Kansas City going to tack on 6 more with the extra point pending. Thank you very much, CG. Appreciate you, bud. Gonna get ready for work. Have a good day at work, man, and we'll catch you next time, man. Thank you for hanging out, bud. Appreciate it. I hope the Raiders win, says Roberto Davis. Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for the Raiders too in this one, but so far it's not so good, unfortunately. If the Raiders win that last week, yeah, that was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Extra point, and it's good. Harrison Butker puts it over through the uprights. So it's going to be 14-3. Kansas City over the Raiders. The Chiefs tack on 7 points after the big interception by Juan Thornhill. Let's see. So Nathan's dropping his mock draft that he just did. Yeah, Jalen Jones I like a lot. That's a good one. Luke Whippler, that's another really good one. Could be our long-term center. Tyler Davis, really good depth at defensive tackle. I like that. Eric Gray. For me, I think I would almost like wait till like when it comes to running backs, man, I kind of want to wait till like the 7th round or even later. We got Zach Zinter. We got Dorian Williams out of Tulane. John Mathis, edge, and Johnny Wilson, Nebraska wide receiver. Dig it. 52 people in here, guys. We got Patrick Willis amount of people in here. Love to see it. Thank you so much for hanging out here on Saturday with Shifty 49er Talk. We're at 40 likes on the stream. Can we get to 42 likes? We're looking for Ronnie Lott likes. And then Zach says, we'll see if Kansas City defense can step up in this game. We'll see. We shall see. The Chiefs' Harrison Butker is going to kick it away. And it's going to be a short kick, so it will be returnable, taken at the goal line here. Raiders take it up to the 15, up to the 20, up to about the 24-yard line. So essentially where they would have started regardless. So not too bad. Yeah, we're at 1920 subscribers, guys, trying to hit the big 2K. Trying to hit the big 2K today. How we doing, ATG? We're doing well over here, man. Thank you for hanging out on Saturday. Football action. Chiefs, Raiders. We got Titans, Jaguars coming up next. Which won't be for a while, but I'll be going live for that one at about 5 o'clock Pacific time. We have Stidham under center from their own 24. Jacobs in the backfield. Devontae, Matt Collins, and Waller out there. They pitch it to Jacobs to the right side. Going to have to cut way outside. And it's probably going to lose a yard on the play is Josh Jacobs. So not really being able to... Oh, from Florida State. That's what I was thinking when I saw... Nebraska for a second. I was like, that doesn't seem right. But yeah, from Florida State. So they lose a yard on that play. The Raiders can't really struggling in this game to establish their run game, which they had so much success last week against the 49ers doing. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 right now for the Vegas Raiders. Stidham's in shotgun, back to his right. Man in motion. Snap is away. Stidham looking, throws it over the middle. Gonna be caught by Darren Waller. Big gain up near midfield. First down, Raiders. And man, Darren Waller is a beast. If Super Bowls ended at halftime, there we go. Yeah, I still can't believe that Tampa Bay, when they beat the Chiefs that year, just how easy it was for them. That was just so crazy to me. Green Bay going to the Super Bowl. I'm watching. There you go. Yeah, do it up, Nathan. Do it up. Packers Steelers. That would be crazy. Imagine, what are the odds of that? Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Stidham under pressure. Is going to run for the first down. Going to get the first down too. First down, Raiders up to the Kansas City 43-yard line. Ran for it himself. Watching the Gervonta Davis fight after this. Do it up, man. Do it up. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Play CMC in the rain because it's going to rain tomorrow afternoon. Should we play CMC? Maybe a little bit. I would probably try and get Elijah Mitchell some snaps in before the playoffs. 1st and 10, Raiders. Stidham and shotgun back to his right. Hands it off up the middle. Jacobs only going to get gets about 3 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Yeah, Stidham's playing well. And look, he's been in the league for a number of years. He's been with Josh McDaniels his entire career, so he has the offense down. He knows it inside out. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders at the Kansas City 40. Stidham behind center. Single back is Jacobs. 4 receivers on the field. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Going to roll out to his right. I'm going to be able to get the corner, and Stidham's going to get maybe about 5 yards on the play. Good pickup there on a 2nd down. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Can the Raiders get the first down? Can they keep the drive going? A lot of questions to be answered here. Yeah, he had no starts with the Patriots in 3 years with the Patriots, but starts the final 2 games here. Yeah, they're talking about on the game that he spent his career with Josh McDaniels, his entire career. 56 degrees for the Niner game. Hey, it could be worse, right? Play clock winding down. He's in shotgun. Going to have to snap it. Does get it off in time. Looking to throw. Stidham going to throw it. And wide open Devontae for the first down. Inside the 30 down to the Chiefs maybe 27-yard line. First down, Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. There we go. 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 Appreciate everyone hanging out here. We got 46 people in here. Like and subscribe to the channel. 1st and 10 behind center. Going to hand it off to Jacobs up the middle. Jacobs got some running room now. He's going to get good yardage on first down. Probably gets about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3 at the Kansas City 20. There is about 10 minutes left in the half. Email Modelo for a sponsorship. That would be dangerous. Having a beer sponsorship. Oh, man. I think I'd have too much fun with that. They need to run it, says Nathan. You're right. They need to, and they just did, and they ran it well. The issue is they haven't been running the ball well today. Stidham's in shotgun, players either side of him. Snap is away. Going to hand it off up the middle to Jacobs, who's going to be just shy of the first down. Going to be 3rd and 1 coming up for the Raiders. 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. Hopefully Eagles lose and we get number 1 seed. Man, yeah, I hope so. That would be great if the 49ers can get the number 1 seed. Man, you'd be able to get so many players back healthy. 55 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging on Saturday. 3rd and 1 Raiders inside the Kansas City red zone at the Kansas City 18. Stidham behind center, single back. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Stidham changing the play, it looks like. Going to hand it off to Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get the first down just enough. He had to kind of shimmy around a player and just reaches and dives for the first down. This is where the Raiders need to find an open wide receiver and hand off. Dangerous territory here for the Raiders. Can the Raiders keep this game close? The Raiders have had some nice long drives, so they're really doing a good job holding on to the ball here, but they can't trade touchdowns with field goals. 1st and 10 Raiders at about the 17 of Kansas City. Stidham in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. 2 safety look for the Chiefs. Snap is away. They just get it off on time. Stidham throws it over, going to be caught by, is that Abdullah? And Abdullah gets a first down, makes a man miss and gets first down yardage. Amir Abdullah picks up 10 yards, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Raiders. Just killed a spider by slapping it. Just like a, die spider. 80 subscribers away from hitting the big 2K. That's the stretch goal for today, guys. If we can get 2K subscribers, that would be huge. 1st and goal Raiders at the Kansas City 7. Stidham's behind center. Single back. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Snap is away. Hands it off to Jacobs. Not going to get much there. Maybe a yard or 2 for Josh Jacobs. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Diana, 49ers all the way. You know it, Diana. You know it. Niners all damn day, every day. Niners game, of course, I'll be doing that tomorrow. We'll be doing the 49er game tomorrow. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to be really fun, the 49er game. 2nd and goal. Stidham behind center. Strong formation. Hollins in motion. Devontae, looks like there's 2 guys up there on Devontae, so heavy formation here for the Raiders. Snap is away. Does hand it off to Jacobs. Jacobs fighting all the way to the 2-yard line. That's going to make a 3rd and goal now from the Kansas City 2. Raiders looking to try and punch it in. We'll see if they can make that happen. 6:30 left in the half. Man, the Raiders, they just are able to chew the clock, aren't they? It's crazy. They're just able to chew the clock. Raiders making it happen, yo. They're making it happen. 3rd and goal here in shotgun. Jacobs to his left. 3 receivers down low. Darren Waller up top, probably looking for Waller, in my opinion. And they are going to throw it up to Waller. Incomplete. Looking for Waller on the fade. L'Jarius Sneed on the coverage. The throw wasn't great, just a little bit too much under it, which typically for those fade passes, you want to have a good amount under it. But, yeah, just couldn't come up with, so incomplete. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw is not going to play tomorrow. Aaron Banks will not be playing tomorrow. Hopefully Banks will be good to go for the playoffs. The Raiders are going for it. 4th and goal from the Kansas City 2. Big play in the game here. Stidham in shotgun, back to his right. They basically flipped the formation, so now Waller is going to be isolated down by himself, but Devontae goes in motion. And looks like Devontae's going to have one-on-one coverage here. Stidham under pressure from Chris Jones, makes a man miss, throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. No flags on the play. Incomplete. So the Raiders turn the ball over on downs. Looking for Davante Adams, well covered in the end zone. At least Stidham gives him a chance. Devontae, oh, that was great play by the defensive back. Great play. I mean, he was there a little bit early, but great play. Really a bang-bang play in real time, so it's going to be incomplete. So Kansas City is going to get the ball back on their own 2-yard line, and the Raiders have just kind of shot themselves in the foot here. They had the interception, which the Chiefs were able to turn into 7 points. Here they just can't make the play in the red zone, and they had goal to go from the 7, and they come away with nothing. And that's how bad teams lose games, unfortunately. Unfortunately, if you're a Raider fan. 59 people in here, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's do a little check on the likes. We have 45 likes. Let's go. Can we hit 50 likes today? Can we hit 50 likes? Let's go. Mike Wilson says Raiders is whack. Yeah, I mean, they just find ways to hurt themselves, unfortunately. It's pretty crazy, pretty wild. Oh, how I love that look of confusion and irritation on Josh McDaniels' face. Yeah, McDaniels did not look happy at all. He was just like, God damn it. I don't know if the Raiders are just cursed or something, but just crazy to think about that the Raiders are not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out here. Shifty's 49ers talk. I appreciate you all. If they sacked McDaniels, I'd stick with them. Oh, I see. Yeah, if they got rid of McDaniels, you'd stick with him? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not saying that McDaniels is a great coach or anything to that effect, but the guy's a hack. Yeah, I don't think I think you could do worse, but I think you could also do a lot better too. So I guess we'll put it that way. When talking about the Raiders, Josh McDaniels. So the Chiefs now going to take over on their own 2-yard line. So backed up here. Devontae Adams almost with the touchdown reception, but just couldn't come up with it. So 1st and 10, Kansas City. Mahomes behind center, single back. Going to hand it off and going to get a couple of yards there, and that's what you need at that spot of the field. You get about maybe 2.5 yards. A Raider fan has the sign says, "We deserve better." Yikes. They're blaming the wrong guy for a disappointing season. Yeah, they really shouldn't be blaming Derek Carr by any means. But you have Charles Woodson there sitting beside Mark Davis, the owner. 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun. Snap is away. Going to throw it out quick to the big tight end Blake Bell, former 49er. Picks up about 2 yards on the play. So it is going to be 3rd and about 5, maybe 3rd and 4 coming up. If the Raiders can get a quick 3 and out here, that would be big time. Yeah, Mark Davis sitting beside Charles Woodson. Demetrius Flanagan Foles have to step up. I think so. And also Azeez Al-Shire too. They're stuck with McDaniels for a while, yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Mahomes in shotgun. McKinnon to his left. Kelsey down low, it looks like. That's their guy here on these 3rd and shorts. The Raiders are going to try and double him. Mahomes going to throw it. Incomplete. Looking for MVS. Not even close. There's a flag on the play, though. There is a flag on the play. And my guess is this is going to be against... We'll see what the call is here. It's in the end zone. Is it a roughing the passer? So the Raiders just give them a whole bunch of yards for free. What in the hell? Ishi, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Roughing the passer on Patrick Mahomes. It was Max Crosby called for it. And, man, I don't know. I didn't think that was... I don't think that's roughing the passer, but I guess the officials are going to call it. So it's first after the incomplete. What would have been fourth down, it's now 1st and 10 Kansas City at their own 22. Mahomes looking to throw it. Gonna over the middle, wide open. Well, actually not wide open, but Travis Kelce right there makes himself available for Patty Mahomes. Picks up about 12 yards on the play. Good to see you. Great to have you here. Chris Meyer and Robert Smith are the announcers for the 49ers. Yeah, I think you want to listen to me instead. Just all you got to do is put the mute the TV and listen to me, and I'll do it. Breaks my heart that I'm actually enjoying this. Yeah. Clam sniffer, yeah. 53 people in here, guys. Thank you for hanging out. 1st and 10, and that might be an offside against Max Crosby. Yeah, I think that's going to be either a neutral zone infraction or offside against Max Crosby. But either way, on 1st down, they hand it off, pick up about 6 yards. But I think they will take the flag here because it would be first, offside against the Raiders, Max Crosby. So it's going to be 1st and 5. We're up to 1921 subscribers. Thank you so much for the latest subscription. We're 79 away from the stretch goal today of 2K. Can we hit 2,000 subscribers? That'd be crazy. 1st and 5, Kansas City at their own 42. Mahomes going to throw it over the middle and caught by MVS into Raider territory up to the Raiders' 45-yard line. Pickup of about 13 on the play. Wolfcast, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. 1st down, Kansas City. Didn't Crosby and Mahomes had beef this season? I don't know, maybe. Picks up 13 to MVS. Mahomes behind center, hands it off up to Pacheco. Going to get about 5 yards on the play up to the Raider 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5 at the Raider 40 coming up. DJ Jeans, let's go Chiefs. Tisha Edmonds. Jackrabbit Jenkins, yes. Janoris Jackrabbit Jenkins will be activated. Will be playing tomorrow, I would imagine, for sure. Definitely playing tomorrow, I would expect. Let's go Chiefs, says DJ Jean. Thank you very much, DJ. I appreciate you, man. In shotgun, McKinnon going to motion out to his right. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City. Mahomes throws it, going to be caught by Kadarius Toney, making guys miss up to the Raider 30. And the Chiefs are just making this look almost a little bit too easy. This might just take us to the 2-minute warning. Kadarius Toney gets up to around the 30, maybe 29-yard line of the Raiders. And this should take us to the 2-minute warning. Choa says, if we get number 2 seed, who would you like to face? That's a good question. Who would I like to face? And the options would basically be between Seattle, Green Bay, and Detroit. I would probably say Seattle I would like to play just because we've beat them twice this year and we've looked, both times I think we beat them. Well, the second time wasn't super comfortable, but I think that we're just a better football team than Seattle. The Packers probably scare me the most of any team. Yeah, if there's any team that kind of scares me the most, it's probably the Green Bay Packers. Some Sailor Jerry today. Oh, I don't know about that. I only do that for like a big 49er win or something like that, or if there's like a huge milestone that we hit, but maybe, I don't know. Probably not though. We'll see. Right now, I just got my energy drink and I got my Brita filtered water. Got my Brita filtered water. But so 2-minute warning here. Kansas City looking to pretty much run away with this game. They're at the Raider 29-yard line. They're going to have 1st down and 10. Coming right up. And we're up to 1922 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. We're 78 away from the big 2K. We have 50 people in here. A 2K Sailor shot. Well, I'd actually have to go buy some because I actually don't have any right now. But I would do it. I would go buy some. We're at 49 likes. So we're just 1 like away. But I would do a. I'd have to go buy some Sailor Jerry if I was gonna to do it, because yeah, right now I don't have any, unfortunately. But the Brita filtered water, TBC, the Brita counts. Got my Brita filtered water right here. Don't know, you can't see it in that. Great to have everybody here hanging out on Saturday. Appreciate all of you. We are 79 subs away from hitting 2K. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And Monday, we have the national championship game. TCU and Georgia. Max Duggan, Stetson Bennett. That's going to be a good one, huh? That should be a really good game. Trevon Morig for the Raiders is from TCU, played at TCU. So 1st and 10, Kansas City. They're going to dump it off to McKinnon. Good tackling there by the Raider defense. They're going to lose about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 from about the Raider 33. Is Michael Dwumfor and Jackrabbit active? I don't know about that. I actually don't even know for sure if Janoris Jenkins will be active. We're not going to find that out until tomorrow afternoon. We have play best, beat Brock Purdy, hometown. Yep. That's right. 2nd and 12 for Kansas City. Mahomes in shotgun, looking to throw. Going to roll out to his right. Gets about maybe 2-ish yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Good job there, downfield covering by the Raider defense. 3rd and 10 coming up for Kansas City. There's 1:18 left in the half. Can the Raiders keep the pressure on? They got to keep that momentum going. Got to keep the momentum going. Because, is that, he's from Arizona? Is Brock Purdy from, he is from Arizona, isn't he, I think. 3rd and 10, Kansas City. Mahomes and shotgun back to his left. Snap is away. Mahomes is looking. Gonna scramble a bit, but gonna run for it, and he's gonna get the first down. Picks up 15 yards on the play. First down, Kansas City. And that's what Mahomes can do. He can just run around, make plays happen, and Kansas City calls a timeout. It's 1st and 10, Kansas City at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Crosby ultimately chases him down, but not before Mahomes can get the first down. 1st down and 10. 1:03 left in the first half. Kansas City threatening to score again. Raiders get the ball to start the second half. Is Jalen Hurts active or inactive? By all accounts, I've heard that Jalen Hurts will be playing tomorrow. Jalen Hurts should be playing tomorrow, and it's a big game for Philadelphia. I mean, but from what it also sounds like is that the New York Giants, who they're playing tomorrow, they're not going to be playing really any of their guys, any of their starters. So, because the Giants, the Giants actually have nothing to gain or to lose in tomorrow's game. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is playing, but the Giants they really have nothing to lose or gain. Whether they win or lose, the Giants are they're the number 6 seed, no matter what happens tomorrow. So they're going to be playing the number 3 seed, which could end up being a number of different teams actually based on how the games work out. As of right now, if the playoffs started right now in the NFC, you'd have the 49ers against the Seahawks. You would have the Giants against the Vikings, and then you'd have the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. 49ers are favored by 14 points, and the over-under is 39. So, yeah, they definitely think that the Niners will beat down on the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are starting David Blau at quarterback tomorrow. So I don't know if you're a Cardinal fan, how much confidence you're going to have with David Blau at quarterback. That's going to be an interesting one, I would think. Kayvon Thibodeau playing tomorrow? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm honestly not too sure. I think a lot of these things we're probably not going to find out until tomorrow. I think it'll be tomorrow when we find out about that. All right. First and 10, Kansas City. At the Raiders 15, Mahomes in shotgun. Snap is away, throws it over the middle. Going to be caught by Juju. Smith, Schuster inside the Raider 10. First down. The play clock, that can't be right. Oh, the Raiders called timeout. So the Raiders actually want to try and keep some time on the clock, which is not a bad idea. So they must have they must have put a few seconds back on the clock. There's 1:02 left in the half. It's going to be second and 2 or second and 3 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Raiders 8-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, man, if he's going to be playing tomorrow. We'll find out. We'll see. Second and 2, McKinnon pitches it to Mahomes, who throws it back to Tony. Well played by the Raider defense, but Tony's still going to make it happen. Touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the flag is. But that was a funky play. Direct snap to Jerick McKinnon. Mahomes was on the field, holding on the offense, so that's going to be no touchdown. So it was a direct snap to Jerick McKinnon. McKinnon flips it over to Mahomes. Mahomes then throws it back across the field to Kadarius Toney. And what the hell was this? What a wacky formation. Andy Reid really dipping into his bag of tricks. Raiders need to do something, but that's no touchdown. It was holding on the play, so... Bam, there we go. We just need to do something. Be 2nd and 5 now. End around to Kadarius Toney, who's going to... Oh, he's close for a touchdown. The officials call it a touchdown right now. We'll see if it'll stand. They'll have to review it. But the end around to Kadarius Toney. So Toney maybe scores regardless, but in a different way. They're calling it a touchdown for now. We'll have to see if he got himself if he stayed in bounds. And, ooh, that's close. That's going to be close. If Jalen Hurts plays no number 1 for us, yeah, it'd be very unlikely. I mean, the pylon gets hit, so I don't know if there'll be enough to overturn it. I think you're going to have to call that a touchdown. Yep, that's going to be a touchdown, Kansas City. So it's going to be 20-3 with the extra point pending. And for the extra point, snap is away, hold is good, kick is up, and it's good. 21-3. Zach F. Yeah, Chiefs are just having their way with the Raiders. The Raider defense has just completely fallen apart in this game. Just completely fallen apart. You know, and we know like that this is by far the weakest part of the Raider team is their defense, but the offense hasn't done their share either. The offense needs to be better. The offense needs to be a lot better if they want to compete in this game. I mean, they did get the ball. It was 4th and goal at the Kansas City 2. They went for it. I mean, but is 21-6 any better? I mean, I guess a little bit, but Chua has 49ers-Eagles NFC Championship game. Hey, you never know. You never know. You just never know. Raiders need to get to halftime, but the Raiders, so here's the thing with the Raiders is there's 47 seconds left, and the Raiders have 2 timeouts. So if you're the Raiders, if you can just get some points on the board, that would be huge. If you can get to 21-6, and then maybe you come out at halftime, and if you can score a touchdown, then all of a sudden it's 21-13, game on. So that's what I think I have to do. But we'll see. 2 timeouts, so that's plenty of time to make things happen. Can the Raiders make a game of it? We'll have to wait and see. I hope they do. I really hope they do, though. That's all I want to see is just a good game. Just a good game. Just a good, solid game is all, Appreciate everyone for hanging out here. We have 55 people in here. Let's do a little check on the likes. We're at 50 likes. Let's go. We hit 50 likes. Can we hit 52 likes? 52 likes for Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis is a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So if we could hit 52 likes, that would be huge. If we could hit 52 likes. Let's go. Let's go. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Awesome. Totally awesome. Most yards in a season. Mahomes does have more yards now than Drew Brees, but remember it's 17 games as opposed to 16 games. So that is the difference right there. So the Chiefs are going to be kicking it off to the Raiders with 47 seconds to go in the half. 2 timeouts for the Raiders. So we will have to wait and see what happens here. Butker kicks it away. And it's going to be a touchback, which I think that's totally fine. The Raiders' return game isn't that great, so you'd rather keep those seconds. And look, you have 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. If you can go about 40 yards, at least you can kick a field goal. Get some points on the board, maybe build a little confidence going into the half, and then you come out swinging, just going for it. Yeah, they had that chance on 4th and 2 if the Raiders if they were able to put up some points there. So 1st and 10, Stidham in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers down low. Snap is away. Kansas City brings a blitz. Stidham throws it. Wide open is Devontae. And Devontae's already up to the 47. Picks up 22 yards. And I think the Raiders are going to use their first timeout. So there's 41 seconds left. The Raiders are up to about the 46, 47 yard line. So at this point, you could potentially start thinking touchdown here if you are the Raiders. There we go. The Raiders. And what can the Raiders do before halftime? And remember, the Raiders get the ball to start the second half. If Kansas City wins today, if the Chiefs win today, they have the number 1 seed locked up. So the Chiefs have a lot to play for. Regardless of what happens with Buffalo, with Cincinnati, the Chiefs would have the number 1 seed if they win. 42 seconds left in the half. Snap is away. Stidham looking. Throws it over the middle. Going to be incomplete. Devontae looking for a flag, and he gets it. It's a very late flag. The flag's going to be on L'Jarius Sneed. It's going to be either probably in the area of holding, I would say. I don't think that would be pass interference, but we'll have to see what the call is. Okay, it is. Pass interference. Against against Watson, number 35. I thought it was L'Jarius Sneed, but it was actually Watson. So a couple of nice. Oh, it was actually not even on the Devontae. No, that should have been on L'Jarius Sneed. I think they called it on the wrong person. It was actually against 38. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Kansas City 45-yard line. 38 seconds before halftime. The Raiders have a timeout. Stidham in shotgun. Snap is away. Time's running out. Chris Jones is going to get there along with Karlaftis. And Raiders have to burn their last timeout. 32 seconds left. And they get sacked. I think that sack is probably going to be split between Chris Jones and the very good rookie, George Karlaftis, the rookie out of Purdue. Jones and Karlaftis take him down. Jones there with the initial pressure, gets around Alex Bars, the right tackle, or the right guard. Man, Chris Jones is just a beast. Yes, as you said, George, yes, Stidham sacked. Sacked big time. 2nd and 17 at their own 48-yard line. In shotgun, Renfro and Devontae down low. Waller at the end of the line. Snap is away. Looking, got time. Stidham, there's a flag in the backfield, so this is probably coming back. They got up to the Chiefs 27, but this is probably coming back. It's going to be in the area of holding, I would imagine. Illegal use of hands against the offense. So after a huge play to Devontae, which would have been illegal use of hands, which would have been a first down. Man, that's rough for the Raiders. That's on Dylan Parham, the rookie guard. Dylan Parham, illegal use of hands. So it's going to be 2nd and 27. And all of a sudden now, this Raider drive that was looking so good has completely stalled out. Damn it, damn it, damn it. No timeouts left. 24 seconds. Raiders would have to go... Oh, they'd want to go about 25 yards here if they want to get into field goal range. Snap is away. Stidham under pressure. Time's running out. Just has to throw it away. Incomplete. 3rd and 27, and there's only 17 seconds left. Oof. Janoris Jenkins and Michael Dunfor are game day elevation for the 49ers. I know, has Kevin Givens... I think Kevin Givens has been practicing too, right? So Kevin Givens could potentially be out there as well. Throw a bomb, says Nathan. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to have to do here. It's going to be 3rd and 27. It is going to be 3rd and 27 now for the Raiders. Because they need to pick up about... Yikes, if they can get even 20 yards, they can give Carlson a chance for a field goal. Snap is away, flag on the play already, and he gets sacked, fumbled, recovered by Karlaftis, and Karlaftis gets it at the Raiders 30. We'll see what the flag is. Considering they let the play go on, this is probably against the offense, is it? Illegal shift. The penalties declined, and it's going to be Kansas City ball. It's going to be Kansas City ball. And Jarrett Stidham, after having such a great game last week, has just been awful. Stidham gets hit. Ball comes out. Kansas City gets the ball back. I can't see who caused the sack, but recovered by rookie George Karlaftis. Man, oh man, oh man. Nope, it's going to be on the Raiders. So Chiefs have the ball. 9 seconds left. They're at the Raider 30-yard line. They have 2 timeouts. Quick pass out to MVS, who's going to get out of bounds. Picks up about maybe 3 or 4 yards there. If brains were dynamite, McDaniels couldn't blow his nose. That is awesome. That is hilarious. So the Chiefs now, with 5 seconds left in the half, are going to come out. And they're going to attempt a field goal here to try and make it 24-3. It's going to be a 44-yard field goal attempt. Harrison Butker coming up to attempt this field goal. Snap is away. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it's drilled. So that's going to make it 24-3 to the Chiefs. And it's going to be halftime, folks. Raiders are going to get the ball to start the second half. Kevin Givens is out for the game, says, is it Choa? Is that how you pronounce it, Choa? But Kevin Givens, according to, will be out for the game tomorrow, which I think is probably the smart decision, because I think he began practicing a little bit this week, but you definitely want to save him for the playoffs. You definitely don't want to mess around with that. You'd like to save him for the playoffs. Niners getting a lot of players back healthy. Deebo Samuel should be good to go tomorrow, and also Elijah Mitchell. But the Chiefs look like they are firmly on their way to getting the number 1 seed in the AFC. Remember, in the boxing fight, there we go. You're watching the boxing fight. There we go. Throw a bomb. There we go. Do a little, do some haymakers, a little jab, jab, bam, A little jab, jab, bang. But, yeah, what a game, dominating game so far by Kansas City. Offensively, the Chiefs just keep doing what they're able to do. They're just really unstoppable. They have so many weapons, and I think that there were some initial question marks when Tyreek Hill got traded. Like, hey, what are they going to do? But I think the Chiefs did such a great job at replenishing their roster after the Tyreek Hill trade. I mean, being able to pick up for a really good deal, you get Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. You were able to make a really good trade for Kadarius Toney. You draft Sky Moore. I mean, they've just been able to masterfully done by the Kansas City Chiefs. Sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due. We're at 50 likes. Can we get to 52 likes? We have 45 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Shifty 49ers Talk. Ambry Thomas is not going to play tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think he's been in and out of the lineup with regards to injuries. Let's see. Ambry Thomas is out. So, Ambry Thomas is out. Kevin Givens is out. Greenlaw is out. Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, is out as well. Yes, Ambry Thomas will be out for that one. So the starting cornerbacks are going to probably just be, Mooney, Ward, and so the Broncos have requested and received permission from the Saints to interview Sean Payton for the head coaching position. They're showing King Henry, Derrick Henry. We got the Titans and Jaguars coming up after this game, and that whoever wins that game wins the AFC South, gets into the playoffs. Playoffs? So you're going to have Mooney Ward, you're going to have Diamador Lenore, you're going to have Jenkins, you'll have Sammy Womack out there. So the Niners do still have a number of cornerbacks, but we'll have to see how they play it. Eric Armstead is questionable, and so Javon Kinlaw is questionable, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Aaron Banks is going to be out, and I think the Kalia Davis, the defensive tackle, and I think someone was asking about Kalia Davis earlier. Kalia Davis will not be playing this season, is what it sounds like. It sounds like he will not be on the field this year. So definitely a bummer for sure, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But Kalia Davis, I think someone who maybe is able to help us out next year and kind of moving forward. We have a number of free agents at the defensive line position, so we could definitely use a guy like Kalia Davis next year if he can step up. That would be awesome to see. Halftime here in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right. And then coming up, I'll be going live at 5 o'clock Pacific time for the Jaguars and the Titans. Jaguars and Titans. So that should be a fun game. Whoever wins that clinches the AFC South. Trevor Lawrence, King Henry. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to that game. How are we doing out there? If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments on this game, on the 49ers, on the NFL in general, do feel free to drop some comments below in the chat. we have a lot of third round comp picks coming up. Yes, we do. We already have two. Right now, we have two third round comp picks. One of them coming from in that one off season where Robert Saleh and Martin Mayhew both got hired. Another one coming with Mike McDaniel, and then we should probably get a third one then coming in for with assuming that D'Amico Ryans gets a head coaching position. Then in the fifth round, we should get a fifth round comp pick for DJ Jones. Some people were saying that maybe there'll be a comp pick for Laken Tomlinson, but that won't be the case because when we signed Mooney Ward, that basically offset the signing of Laken Tomlinson to the Jets. It's a little cold here. A little cold. All right. Yes, Damian Lee, you are absolutely correct. So because Robert Saleh got hired, we got two third-round comp picks. Because Martin Mayhew got hired into a front office position, I can't remember how it works out, but I think for both of those guys, we end up getting like three third-round comp picks. Mike McDaniel gives us comp pick. And then potentially D'Amico Ryans as well. So Niners doing well in that regard. And we need those picks because we don't really have many other picks. I think that the trade for Christian McCaffrey was a really good one. I'm not knocking that at all, but it definitely leaves us without picks. So I know that the 49ers pretty much, I think they've always taken a running back in every draft in the John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan era, but I don't know if that'll be the case because that trade for McCaffrey, we essentially used like 3 picks in this year's draft on McCaffrey. How are we doing out there, guys? Is everyone having a good 2023 so far? Hopefully that is the case. That would be great. Monday, you have TCU and Georgia in the national championship game. Max Duggan, Stetson Bennett. That should be a good one. Let me know, guys, if you'd like me to do that game, because I should be free Monday night. Yes, we traded for McCaffrey. We traded 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th next year as well. So we gave up a lot for Christian McCaffrey, of course, but I mean, McCaffrey's been absolutely phenomenal so far with the 49ers. So, I can't really knock the trade. Initially, I was a little bit skeptical of the trade, but I think it's been a very good one for the 49ers. Yeah, but you're absolutely right, Choa. We did trade a number of picks for CMC. A lot of it, and that's it's nothing to. That's something you have to really factor in, and that's why I don't know if I'm totally sold on the Niners using a pick in this year's coming draft on a running back. I'm just not sure. But it was a lot for McCaffrey, but he's been amazing, so I can't really knock it. Can't knock it. Second half action coming up here momentarily. Raiders are going to get the ball back, and the Raiders have a lot of work to do here if they want to try and make a game out of this. Realistically, I'm not too confident in the Raiders' ability to mount a comeback, simply because their defense is just awful. Look, a lot of defenses, including the 49ers, they looked bad against Kansas City. So We'll have to wait and see. But that's something that I'm very curious about in tomorrow's games. I'll be very curious to see about just what the 49ers, how can we step up defensively after that really poor performance against the Raiders. I'd love to see us really have a good game defensively. We have 5 comp picks this year. So we have, well, as of right now, we have 2. I think we have 2 in the 3rd. Is it 1 in the 5th and then 2 in the 7th? Is it 5? Is that it? Is it 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th is what we're expected to get? Correct me if I'm wrong there, Cho, of course, but let me know if that is accurate. Let me know, because I'd be down to know. I'm pretty good with my knowledge on that kind of stuff, but not 100%. But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out here on this Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we have one. Well, we have a. Yeah, there's a comp pick from the Broncos signing DJ Jones, I believe. I don't know if there's also one because I know they signed K'Wan Williams. And maybe when the Jaguars signed Arden Key, possibly. But I'm trying to think who else or what other. Trying to think what other ones there could be. I'm not 100% sure. All right. So we're almost back here. Second half should be starting up soon. I do appreciate everyone for hanging out here. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. There we go. Here we go. Looking forward to this second half. Very much looking forward to the game later today as well. Titans and Jaguars. That should be a good one. I would just like to see the Raiders. I'd really just like to see the Raiders make a game of this. You know, they had some opportunities in this game, but the 2 turnovers have really hurt them. And you could almost say they've had 3 because they had the interception deep in their own area, which Kansas City turned into 7 points. They had the turnover on downs at the Kansas City 2-yard line. And then just before halftime, sack, fumble, recovered by Kansas City. And then they're able to kick a field goal before halftime. So we'll have to see how it all works out. But very curious to see what happens here. And we are going to have second half action. It's coming right up. Harrison Butker is going to be kicking it off to the Raiders, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Raiders are going to have the ball in about 7 million seconds. Hey, only 7 million seconds away, man. So the Raiders are going to start the second half with the ball. And looks like Jarrett Stidham is going to be playing here in the second half, but he was a little bit banged up there going into halftime. Only 126 total yards for the Raiders so far. 1st and 10 at their 25. Behind center, man in motion, single back. Looking to throw. Looking. Going to run it himself is Stidham. Stidham's going to get about 5 yards on first down. Takes it himself up to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 5. Nothing doing downfield. Good coverage by the Kansas City Chiefs. Down the field. Remember, guys, do like the stream. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It really helps out. Trying to get to the stretch goal today to hit 2,000 subscribers. We're only 79 away. Yeah, you've been dead right so far, Tommy. You've been absolutely right. So snap is away, fakes the handoff out of I formation, dumps it over the middle to Josh Jacobs. Gets about maybe 3 or 4 yards there on second down. So it's going to be third and maybe 1.5, maybe third and 2. Good tackle there by the Kansas City linebacker. Yeah, Tommy, you've been 100% right so far. It's been a total beatdown. Niners fan, let's celebrate our division title at Levi Stadium South. The Rams don't have a reason to complain. Yep. Well, we already have we celebrated our division title basically up in Seattle, which was awesome. So 3rd and 1. Stidham behind center. I formation. 2 receivers. Big tight end here. Oh, they're going to throw it. Stidham looking. Running out of time. He can run for the first down. He is going to do that. He gets a decent block there from Josh Jacobs. Is going to pick up about 5 yards. So it's going to be up near their own 40-yard line. Nice play there by Jarrett Stidham. Very calm, very composed in the pocket. Love to see it. Love to freaking see it. All right, let's celebrate. Yeah, that would be... because where does the Super Bowl... The Super Bowl is played in Arizona, I think. Man, how great would it be to celebrate a Super Bowl in a division rival stadium? 1st and 10 Raiders. Stidham behind center. Single back. Renfro in motion. Tight end is Moreau. No Devontae out there right now. They hand it off to Jacobs, who breaks a tackle, ends up getting about maybe 3 yards on the play. Could have been stopped at the line of scrimmage, but manages to break a tackle. And there's Josh Dobbs making his 2nd career start tonight. I thought Dobbs looked okay in Tennessee's last game, so good that he got that under his belt. We have 2, 3, 1 fifth, and 1 in the 7th round for comp pick for the 4th. Okay, so we have 4 comp picks, but we'll have a 5th comp pick then if D'Amico gets a head coaching job. So 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. I formation behind Stidham. Devontae, Moreau, and Hollins are the skill position players. They pitch it out to Jacobs. Good blocking. Jacobs is going to get maybe about 4 yards on the play. Nice tackle there by Juan Thornhill, the safety. And that's a guy who's really impressed me so far. That was actually Zamir White. My apologies, who took the run there. Zamir White, selected in the 4th round of last year's draft. But that was a really nice run there by, really nice tackle there by Juan Thornhill. I thought Thornhill did a great job right there, making plays happen. 3rd and 3 right now for the Raiders. Stidham in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers up top. Devontae down low, snap is away. Dumps it over the middle, going to be caught by Renfro. Renfro makes a guy miss, up to the Kansas City 40, up to the Kansas City 37. Renfro, that shifty type player right there. Love to see it. Renfro making plays happen. We're at 50 likes. And he was not, that's a great athleticism, great balance there from Hunter Renfro. And the Raiders are on the move. 1st and 10 Raiders at the KC 38-yard line, they're calling it. Strong formation for the Raiders. Stidham's behind center. Hollins, Moreau, and Devontae are the receivers. Stidham just throws it out to the fullback, number 45, gets a couple of yards, gets about 3 yards. Good play right there for Stidham. Just nothing really doing, felt the pressure behind him, got rid of the ball. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do sometimes. Chua says, we will get a comp pick for Jimmy Garoppolo if he joins a different team. Yes, we would probably get a very late comp pick, though, I would imagine. I don't think we would get a whole lot for Garoppolo in terms of compensatory. But we'll see. You never know. Quarterbacks get paid a lot of money. So, 2nd and 7 for the Raiders behind center. Stidham just flips it over to Jacobs. And going to get about 4 yards on the play. Nice play right there from the Raiders. There's a flag on the field. It was potentially an offside against the Chiefs. I saw a little bit of a flinch. But was that maybe a flinch on the offensive line? Offside against the defense. So that's going to be 5 free yards for the Vegas Raiders. So instead of 3rd and short, it's going to be, offside's going to be, he was offside. Number 51 of the Kansas City Chiefs. And number 51 of the Chiefs is going to be Dana. 2nd and 2 for the Raiders at the Kansas City 30-yard line. Stidham's in shotgun. Gonna hand it off to Jacobs up the middle. Not a whole lot doing. Doesn't get the first down. Maybe yard and a half on the play. Hello. Third and 1 for the Raiders. You have to think that considering, you have to think they're in 4-down territory here as well. 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. Behind center, I formation. They're going to hand it to Jacobs, and Jacobs gets the first down, gets a whole lot more inside the 21st down Raiders. I shouldn't be doing the Kittle. I should only do the Kittle for the 49ers, but first down Raiders. Big time run right there for Josh Jacobs. Love to see it. I really want the Raiders to make a game out of this one. Come on, Raiders. Let's make a game out of this one. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders. 33 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Come on, Raiders. At the Kansas City 19, they hand it to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to get maybe a yard on the play. Maybe half a yard on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go ahead and close my window. All right. Comp pick round 7 for Arden Key. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then a 5th round for DJ Jones, if I'm not mistaken. 2nd and 10, they're calling it for the Raiders. Stidham's behind center. Single back. Looks like it's going to be man coverage. Fakes the handoff. Stidham throwing it. Got hit as he threw it. Incomplete. Got hit as he threw it. And that was Carlos Dunlap hit him just so the ball didn't come out right at all. No gain. You're right there, Tommy. The ball didn't come out right at all. And Chris Jones is just making life kind of miserable for the Raider offensive line. But incomplete. Where is the flag? That was roughing. Possibly. I mean, knowing how the NFL is these days, I'm kind of surprised they didn't call it roughing. 3rd and 10 now. Stidham in shotgun. Back to his left. Waller by himself down low. 3 receivers up top. Oh, that's a delay of game right there. Unless, did they call a timeout? It's a delay of game. Hey, Macarena. It's the Macarena, folks. Doon, doo, doo, doon, doo, doo, doon, doo, 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 doo. Hey, Macarena. Delay of game against the Raiders. So that's going to push them back another 5 yards. So that makes it 3rd and 15 from the Kansas City 24. Unreal. Play clock at 10 seconds. Stidham in shotgun. They're going to go with that same formation. Snap is away. He's got time. Just throws it short to Renfro. Makes the catch, but only picks up about 3 yards on the play. So it's going to be 4th down. So I think at this point here, you just take some points and you just try and feel good about yourself. But you really don't feel that good about yourself. Because you're going to be down 18 points. But hey, you never know. They are bringing out Carlson to kick the field goal. Daniel Carlson coming out. It's a 38-yard field goal attempt for a guy like Carlson. This should be fairly automatic. But you never know. Snap is away, kick is up, and it's good. Yeah, the Raiders just fizzling out. The offense just fizzles out as they get into the Kansas City side of the field. So he had Devontae open on that one. Oof, could have actually got the first down there too. Damn it. But I would love to see, I'd love to see like a turnover here and the Raiders score a touchdown or just something to get some life back into this game, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. All right. So that drive took up quite a bit of the third quarter. That actually took up, wow, that took up a lot of time. So there is 6:55 left in the third quarter. Wow, that was insane actually. That drive took up 8 minutes. Holy moly. Holy moly, 13 plays. Yeah, 8-minute drive. Wow. So this second half is flying by already. Holy crap. The over-under is 52 for this game, is it? Because we're at 30, and you know that the Chiefs, they're probably going to stay on the offensive, and the Raiders going to try and put up some points, at least to like garbage time points. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if this game, if they actually do hit the over-under of 52. I wouldn't be shocked one bit. Not one TD, man. Yeah, crazy, right? Not even one touchdown. We'll have to wait and see for the Raiders, of course, but you know it's one of those things where they went forward on 4th and goal earlier. Yo, Beto, how we doing, buddy? Good to have you here, man. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a great day, brother. Great to see you. But we have the Raiders are going to be kicking it off to Kansas City. There's 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Yeah, so that one drive there took so much time off the clock. And we have the Raiders here lined up for the kickoff. Daniel Carlson and Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs in the back to field the kickoff. Mahomes is going to be coming out. Because look, the Chiefs, even though you have to, the next game, the over-under is under 40. Yeah, I mean, like the Titans, the way the Titans play is not one for a lot of points. Beto, Rudy's being ridiculous on Twitter. We need to win the Super Bowl to shut him. Rudy, that's the Ramelia, isn't it? I think Rudy, he's the Ramelia Sports or something, isn't it? All righty, so Carlson's going to be lining up. Dustin Walker, hi Shifty. Does the graphic on the left say third in the AFC? Oh, East. Damn it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was my bad. You're right. That was a typo on my end. Thank you, Dustin, for catching that. That was a typo on my end. Maybe. But you're very welcome, Dustin. Thank you for hanging out here. Appreciate you for being here. We have 34 people in here, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And the Chiefs are going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun is going to hand it off to Pacheco up the middle, and Pacheco is going to get maybe 3 yards on the play. It's raining where you live. It's 52 degrees. What's the temperature here in San Francisco? It's pretty cold here. 55 degrees. 55 degrees here. And it's going to be raining all night in San Francisco. Raining all night. 2nd and 6 right now for the Chiefs after the 4-yard pickup. Mahomes and shotgun, Pacheco to his right. 3 receivers up top. MVS down low. Snap is away. Going to throw it over the middle quickly. Almost intercepted by Sidney Jones. Former 2nd-round pick of the Eagles. Former Seattle Seahawk. Went to Washington. But Sidney Jones almost came up with the interception. But MVS just got his hand kind of in the way. That's actually a really good play there by MVS. Choa says, I just subscribed to you. Thank you very much, Choa. I appreciate you, buddy. Yes, you were correct. We're up to 1922 subscribers. We're 78 away from 2K. 3rd down, and Mahomes is going to get sacked. Mahomes gets sacked. They were looking, I think Crosby kind of had his hand on Mahomes' helmet, though. But Crosby gets the sack on Patrick Mahomes. So they're going to have to punt, and that's not a reviewable play. So I think now that the Chiefs are going to have to kick it off to the Raiders. Have to punt it away, I mean. And a kind of a face mask, too. But you cannot challenge that. You can't challenge a call like that. So there we go, Crosby. So here comes the punt on 4th and 17. Tommy Townsend with the punt. Delay of game, so that's going to push him back a further 5 yards. That's the first sack that Kansas City's allowed in 8 quarters. Holy moly. So in basically 2 full games worth of football, they hadn't given up a sack. Wow. Good stuff. So here comes the punt from Tommy Townsend. Punts it away. Going to be taken by Renfro at their own 28 and gets tackled where he is. So the Raiders are going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 28. There is 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I have a graphic made for the Jaguars Titans game. So now that I kind of screwed up the graphic on the Raiders, I want to make sure that I didn't screw that one up. Okay, no, I got it right for that one. Okay. There we go. There we go. The Jaguar game is going to be rain and 64 degrees, says Choa. Yeah, that should be that Florida weather. You just never really know how the Florida weather is going to be. Obviously, they get a lot of hurricanes and stuff like that, but very mixed conditions right there. Be right back, guys. I'm going to grab me some more of my Brita filtered water. Brita for the win, yo. Alrighty, we are back. Let's go. Raiders getting the ball back. So the Raiders, they got a huge mountain to climb here, but if the Raiders can maybe score quickly, they could try and make a game out of this. I don't have the most faith in what the Raiders can do, but we are also at 52 likes. We're at Patrick Willis likes, so thank you very much for that, everybody. Appreciate that. If we can get to 60 likes, that would be the stretch goal now. It's going to be, we can do it. Just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and then we also have other options, super chat, memberships, donations, all rocking and rolling. 1st and 10 Raiders at their 28. Stidham behind center, snap, they fakes the handoff to Josh Jacobs, and Stidham's just going to run for it. Stidham's going to get close to a first down, picks up maybe 8 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 up to their own 36. I've been to San Francisco before, and you walked on the Golden Gate Bridge, yeah. Depending on the weather, but it can be a really nice walk. And then there's a town across the Golden Gate Bridge. It's called Sausalito. Absolutely beautiful. 41 people in here, guys. Thank you for spending your Saturday here. 2nd and 3, they're calling it more like a long 2, I would say. Sitting behind center. They hand it to Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get swallowed up. That's a really good tackle there by the linebacker. Great tackle there by number 50. Excellent tackle there. Now it's a 3rd down, and this is a big 3rd down here for the Raiders. They're trying to get back in this game, trying to claw their way back in this game. Can they get the first down? Stidham's in shotgun. Jacobs to his right. Waller up top. Devontae, Renfro, and Hollins down low. 5 on the play clock. Snap is away. Stidham's looking, throwing it deep for Waller. Waller incomplete, looking for it. That's a great play by Reed, Justin Reed on the coverage of Waller. Stidham threw it deep to him, couldn't come down with it. Nice coverage there by Justin Reed. Waller had a shot at it, and Reed with just excellent coverage. So that's going to make it 4th down. And if you're the Raiders, you're going to have to punt the ball away. Maybe watch out for a fake here. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders, this is their last game of the year, so maybe they try and bring out all the stops here. And they just punt the ball away. That's going to be a great punt. A great punt down to the 2-yard line. And you see the Raider punter is like totally amped up. That's actually hilarious. So the Raiders, they needed a drive to get going there, and they just can't make it happen. So, bummer for them. Bummer for the Raiders. So there's 3:30 left in the third quarter, and the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Yeah, Reed just completely owning Darren Waller right there. Like it wasn't even really that close, The throw was pretty good, but Reed just played that perfectly. You couldn't have played that any better. But man, I was really hoping there that can the Raiders come back, Nathan? I doubt it. I think that they needed a drive there, a good drive, because they just put up some points. They forced a 3-and-out on Kansas City. Then they get the ball back, and if you're the Raiders, they really needed to get something going there, but just nothing really doing. So nothing really doing, unfortunately, for the Raiders. But, hopefully now can make some things happen. That would be awesome if they can. They just need a turnover. Raiders need a turnover in the worst way. The Chiefs are pinned back at their own 2-yard line, so we're going to have to see how Kansas City plays this. I mean, if the Raiders could even imagine if they got a safety here, you get 2 points, you get the ball back, you'll have good field position. Now that would be something pretty special. Can the Raiders come back? Unlikely, but you never know. You never know. Who knows, Shifty? Who knows? We've seen crazier things happen, and we've seen crazy things happen in football this year. So we're up to 1923 subscribers. So thank you very much to the latest subscriber. We are only 77 subscribers away from hitting our target of 2,000. Hitting our target of 2,000 subscribers. Let's go. Let's go. The Chiefs' dominance over the AFC West. Yeah, the Chiefs are just... Wow. Since 2018, they've won 63 games. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Safety, TD, turnover. Yeah, they just need something. The Raiders need a big play to go. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it to Kelsey, who's going to get about 5 yards on 1st down. And that's going to give them some breathing room. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 7-yard line. And they have that breathing room that they needed. Double man on, yeah, you need to double up Kelsey. And in these situations, Kelsey's the guy that they go to. Like he's their dude. So Mahomes is going to come out behind center, single back. Only one receiver, 3 tight ends, so big jumbo formation. They are going to hand it off. McKinnon cuts back, and McKinnon gets a 1st down, gets about 7 yards on the play, does Jerick McKinnon. Nice run there by McKinnon. Man, I wish that McKinnon was healthy when he was with the 49ers. I just feel like he would have brought so much to the table. I really wish he was healthy. Frickin' damn it. Rudy said Niners won the division by default. I mean, we're 12-4. Yeah, Raiders are, yeah, we'll see. 1st and 10, Mahomes going to look to throw. Launching it deep. Wide open is Watson, but great defense by the Raiders. That was Trevon Moehrig from TCU. Sidney Jones knocked it away, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Justin Watson of the Chiefs hauled it in, but 2 Raiders get in there, knock the ball out. Yeah, that was really good play there by the Raider defense. Mahomes was looking. I mean, it was good. He read the coverage perfectly, did Mahomes, but just the hits laid down by the Raider defenders knocked the ball out. Good play. Old Tire Legs is a clown. 2nd and 10, Mahomes fakes the handoff. He's going to be under pressure. Should maybe just going to run for it himself. Gets a block from McKinnon. Gets out of bounds. Picks up about 12, 13 yards on the play. And that's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. Kansas City moving the ball. There's 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. McKinnon would have brought a lot, but I prefer McCaffrey. Only downside is McCaffrey is a lot more expensive. And that's the thing, Emperor. I think the Niners actually paid McKinnon quite a lot of money to come to San Francisco, but and this is what they envisioned, but they just obviously didn't get it. It's going to be cloudy. Yeah, no rain on the forecast for tomorrow for the Niner game, luckily. 1st and 10, Kansas City at their own 27. They hand off to McKinnon up the middle, who manages to break a tackle from Billings, but ends up losing a yard. Billings kind of had him wrapped up for what would have been a 1-yard gain. McKinnon breaks out of it, cuts back, but then loses a yard, which is just crazy. Hey, Macarena. 77 subscribers away from hitting the big 2K. How are we doing on likes? We're at 53 likes. Navarro Bowman likes. Love to see it. I'm not going to stream the fight tonight, unfortunately. Hands the ball off to Ronald Jones on 2nd and 11, and really good yardage there on 2nd down. Picks up 9 yards. Nice holes made there by the Kansas City offensive line. Good vision there by Ronald Jones. Gets 9 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 2. There's going to be at least, well, maybe one more play left in the 3rd quarter. Raider fans are getting loud. 3rd and 2. For the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun. McKinnon to his left. Snap is away. Dumps it off to McKinnon, but McKinnon cannot come up with it. That was a dangerous throw. The Raiders played that really well, and it's going to be 4th and 2 now. And the Chiefs are going to have to punt the ball away. Dan Billings did a late hit there. Got away with one. Billings, yeah. And he was a guy who had a lot of... I remember in the draft a few years ago, I think he's from Baylor. He had a lot of fanfare coming out of Baylor, but yeah, just not great for him. 4th and 2, Townsend punts the ball away, and that's going to be a great punt, and that's going to be downed inside the 5-yard line, and then Townsend himself doing a little dance. Both punters have been playing really well. I think Brock Purdy's family will be at the game tomorrow afternoon, but their other son and daughter, yeah, I think so. And the Niners will, put them up there and give them some good seats and whatnot. But that is going to be downed inside. That's an ode to Pat McAfee right there with the walk. If we face the Chiefs, I'm going to be in the Super Bowl. I'm going to be, yeah. 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 4, they call it the 4-yard line. They're just going to hand it off to Jacobs, who's actually going to lose a yard or two. So we're heading into the 4th quarter now. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Raiders, deep in their own territory. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yikes, magikes. Yep, so it's going to be 2nd and 11, they're calling it, at their own 3-yard line. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Raiders could come back, says Nathan. I think it's it's going to be a long shot. The Raiders are going to make me a full-time Sharks fan. Mexuckiels can't call his way out of a paper bag, says Marty. Thank you for being here, Marty. As you can see, too, I'm a Sharks fan as well. But the Sharks are... we have our own problems. San Jose Sharks, we have our own problems, too. So, but hey, you never know, man. I think in hockey, I'm not an expert on hockey. I like watching hockey, but I don't know the ins and outs of hockey nearly as well as like football and things like that. So, but it'd be interesting. Nah, they won't. Queefs all over them defensively. Yeah, do it for DeMar Hamlin, Raiders. Do it for DeMar. If the Chiefs, and they most likely will, barring a massive comeback. But if the Chiefs do win this game, then they have locked up the number 1 seed. If the Chiefs win the game. Marty is a comic genius. Yeah. Mexuckiels can't call his way out of a paper bag. McDaniel's about as useful as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking competition. That was the old Jim Ross, JR, thing he would say in wrestling. Jim Ross. I have a Raider fan that likes McDaniels and one that hates him. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I mean, McDaniels is definitely a polarizing guy. Like I don't think he's the worst coach in the NFL, but I also don't think you could definitely do a lot better. So, but the Raiders are kind of stuck because aren't they paying John? They're set to pay John Gruden, that fool, a bunch of money. But if you get rid of McDaniels, you have to pay him for years. That's crazy. 2nd and 11. Stidham in shotgun. Jacobs to his left at their own 2-yard line. 2.5-yard line, maybe. Devontae, Renfro, and Hollins out there with Waller. Snap is away, looking to throw. You got to throw it. Gets it to Renfro and gets decent yards there up to the 8-yard line. So picks up about maybe 5 or so yards. About a 5-yard pickup for Hunter Renfro. Good stuff there. It's going to be 3rd and 6 right now for the Raiders. Can they get the first down? They need it. I mean, if they don't get the first down here, it's for sure over, I would say. 3rd and 6. Stidham's got Amir Abdullah to his left. Devontae Adams motions down. Waller's down on that side too. Renfro and Hollins up top. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Throws it deflected and incomplete. Very strong defense there by the Kansas City Chiefs. Incomplete. 4th down. And the Raiders are going to have to punt the ball right back to Kansas City. Who was it? Was it Chris Jones? Was it Carlos Dunlap? Carlos Dunlap. It actually hits him in the top of the helmet. Nathan says go for it. Looks like the Raiders here, unfortunately, are not going to listen to you, Nathan, and they're going to punt the ball away. Snap is away. Here's the punt, and it's a decent punt. Kadarius takes it at their own 33-yard line, so actually a really nice punt there. And but Kansas City's going to get the ball back at around their own 37-yard line. The Sharks' record is 12-20-8. Yeah, the Sharks are having a rough year of it so far. And I don't envision it getting a whole lot better. But you never know. I doubt it. I mean, the Sharks have some good players, but I just don't think that... I just think that there's a lot of they have to do. There's a lot of things they have to fix. They have no goalie. They have... Erik Karlsson's actually had a really good year so far, a good season for the Sharks, but, you need guys like Couture and Hurdle and them to step up, All right. Fake punt. Yeah, man, if they did it, that would have been cool to see. So there's 14 minutes to go in this game. Kansas City just getting the ball back at their own. They are going to have the ball at around their own 37-yard line. And I think Kansas City are going to want to try and wind this clock down a whole bunch. I expect a lot of different running, short passes, chew up the clock, and just maybe put some points on the board and put this game completely out of reach. If I'm Kansas City, that's kind of what I do. I think you try and maybe get Ronald Jones the ball a lot more. Give him some snaps. But a huge thing is going to be just to wind the clock down. Wind the clock. 39 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out in this game. I really wish this game was a little bit more exciting in terms of like it being closer and whatnot. But I do think that the game a little bit later today is going to be a lot better. I think we're going to see it should be a lot closer. Tennessee and Jacksonville. I'll be going live about 5-ish for that. Going to get me some food after this game finishes up. But I will be going live then for Tennessee, Jacksonville. The winner of that game wins the AFC South. And, of course, would be into the playoffs. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 38. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. Man in motion. Mahomes is going to gets out of the pressure, dumps it off to Kelsey. Kelsey gets enough for the first down up to midfield, 12-yard pickup. Crosby had the pressure there on Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes escapes out of it, and just really nice play there by Mahomes. You're so mad, Nathan? Why? What's going on, bud? Mahomes had a really nice game today. Just typical Patrick Mahomes, making things happen out of nothing. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Mahomes in shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco. Pacheco got some room there off to the right side. Picks up about 8 yards on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Going to be 2nd and 2 right now for the Kansas City. Well, it's 2nd and maybe a long 2. In Stidham, we believe. Someone had that sign. I doubt that after this game. That sign is a bit premature. 2nd and 2 now for the Chiefs at the Raiders' 43-yard line. Snap is away. Mahomes looking. Going to throw it over the middle. Going to be caught by MVS. Crazy fiance. I'm going to play Madden. Stidham, we believe. I mean, what a silly. There's a flag on the play. And against the Raiders, the penalty is declined. Yep. And Stidham, we believe. 2-turnover Stidham. That's what they call him. Jarrett, 2-turnover Stidham. The Chiefs. What time are you going to stream the 49ers game? Well, I'm thinking of doing the Buffalo and New England game before that one. And with that in mind, then I would probably be doing the Niner game maybe around like 15, 20 minutes before kickoff. And they hand it to Pacheco. First down, Pacheco running inside the 20, inside the 10, up inside the 5-yard line. Huge run, Isaiah Pacheco. But the Niner game starts at 1:25 local time. So about maybe, I don't know, probably like 1:05, 1:10 I'll be going live for the Niner game tomorrow. 1st and goal for Kansas City. Down at around the 2-yard line, I would say. Yeah, at the 2. Pacheco just had a 31-yard run. There's less than 12 minutes to go in this game. Mahomes fakes the handoff, looking, throws it, just has to throw it away. Actually had a guy kind of open. It looks like it was someone who, maybe a defensive tackle who was an eligible receiver. He was a fullback. Crazy. Interesting formation right there. Yeah, I think this game is definitely going to be a Oh, that's Colin Sanders, I think, is it? Yeah, Saunders. Colin Saunders. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, fakes the handoff to Pacheco, dumps it over to Kelsey. Kelsey reels it in, but I think he's going to be short. Wow, good tackle there by the Raider defense. Travis Kelsey just like a little fakes the handoff, toss it over to Kelsey. Kelsey just snares it, tries to fall back into the end zone with it, but good defense by the Raiders. Yeah, he's definitely about a half a yard short, so it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Chiefs right now at the half-yard line. $11 minutes to go in this game. Mahomes in shotgun. They're going to hand it to Pacheco, who gets the touchdown. Kansas City. Touchdown, Kansas City. And hooey, folks. Hooey. 30-6. Kansas City just scored touchdown. Field goal pending. And I think I see a bunch of the Raider fans heading on out, heading for the exits. Isaiah Pacheco's had a good year for them. 830 yards, leads the team in rushing. Here comes the extra point. Snap is away. Kick is just about good. Almost blocked, though. Brock Purdy has a brother who's still in college football who plays for Nebraska. Okay. Raiders are definitely looking for a QB in the offseason. Oh, yeah. I think it was, Stidham had a good game against the 49ers and a good game against a damn good defense. And I don't think that Stidham has necessarily been terrible in this game. But he definitely hasn't been good. He hasn't been good enough where you can say we feel comfortable with him next year. I think you could feel comfortable with him as the backup next year. Will I stream the draft? Possibly. It depends on work schedule and things like that, and depends on a number of different factors. But I would like to, but but we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, I'd like to stream the draft though. It's one of my favorite events. The one thing that's a bummer for I like the draft in general, but especially when it comes to the 49ers, it's we're not going to have any picks on day one. On day two, we're not going to have any picks until the very end of day two. And then we do have a few picks on day three. So unless there's some crazy trades that happen, the Niners will not be picking on day one, and most certainly will not be picking quite certainly not picking until later, very late on day two. So, but we'll have to see how it all works out. $19.23 subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers. Say we have 50 people in here. How are we doing on likes? We're at 53 likes. If we can hit 60 likes before the end of the stream. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a member. I will be going live at around maybe 10 minutes or so before, maybe 10 or 15 minutes before the Jacksonville, Tennessee game. So about 5 o'clock local time, I should be going live for that game. There we go. Here we go. There is about 11 minutes left in this game. And this game is very much winding down. Yeah, hit the like, brothers. Raymond, thank you so much, buddy. Great to see you in here, man. Appreciate that. I do like watching the draft too, God Emperor. I really love the draft. I get really into it, especially throughout the entire pre-draft process. I get really into it. So it is one of those things that I really do enjoy. So the kick is away, and it's going to be a touchback, fielded in the end zone, touchback Raiders. So they will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And at this point, the Raiders are just playing for a little bit of pride, maybe maybe they try out some different things offensively with some different plays. But we'll see how this drive goes. If this drive completely stalls out, then, well maybe we'll have to maybe cut the stream short. But I don't like doing that. But we'll have to see how it all plays out. I'm expecting most of our picks to be in the secondary. I mean, the Niners do have a lot of players in the secondary who are going to be free agents next year. So that's going to be a lot of coming and going. 1st and 10 fakes the handoff. Stidham is going to throw it over the middle, wide open. Davante Adams gets about 18 yards on the play up to their own 43-yard line. Charles Woodson there, talking it up with Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders. Who do you think we're actually going to draft? John Lynch found a gem in DJ Reed back in 2018. Yeah, DJ Reed out of Kansas State. And now with the New York Jets. He's had a good year with the Jets. He had a couple of good years with the Seahawks. 1st and 10 Raiders behind center, I formation. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs. Just going to throw it underneath to Mac Hollins, who's going to, with forward progress, gets maybe around 3 or 4 yards on the play, up past their own 45. He's playing like an all-pro this year. I mean, I've watched a couple of Jets games, and I think he's played well. Oh, thank you so much. We have a new subscriber. I really appreciate that, the latest subscription. I don't always I think that they have to have a certain settings on YouTube in order for like a little notification will sometimes pop up like right here. But yeah. Who do I think we're going to draft, though? That's a really tough call. It's really because free agency is going to play a huge part in that, I think. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. Stidham throws it over the middle. Going to be, wow, what a catch. Darren Waller hangs on. Caught it, took a hit right away, but manages to hang on, reel it in. 1st down, Raiders. Angelo Franceschini. Hello from Canada. Hello to you too, Angelo. Hopefully everything's great in Canada. Hopefully you're staying warm. We'll see. I want to see Quan Alexander back, says Nathan. That's interesting, and that could happen. Especially with, in my opinion, Azeez Al-Shire most likely going to get a bigger contract elsewhere. It's 1st and 10 Raiders at the KC 43. Stidham throws it over the middle. Going to be caught by Renfro inside the KC 30. 1st down Raiders. I get why the Raiders moved out of Oakland, but they should have at least stayed in California. Moving to Vegas was a huge mistake. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Like, it's a lot. I would imagine it was probably, I mean, it wasn't cheap to build their stadium, but it'd be cheaper, I think, in Vegas. And, 1st and 10, Stidham throws it short to Keelan Cole, who gets about maybe 5 yards on 1st and 10. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up. I don't know. I mean, look, I think it would be better. I mean, I kind of wish they'd stayed in Oakland. It was good to have that Bay Area, rivalry and stuff like that. But I think Vegas is a city that can definitely sustain a pro team, and I think Vegas fits it pretty well. So 2nd and 5 now for the Raiders at the Kansas City 25. Snap is away. Stidham looking to throw, just dumps it off to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs going to get about 2 yards there. He was still in bounds. The Raiders want a flag for like a late hit, but he was actually still in bounds. So, I think the Raiders have some good. They really do have some great players on their team, but just the defense really struggles. They could use like maybe a little bit of an upgrade on the offensive line, and they just need a quarterback too. So that's still a lot. Stidham throws it wide open. Davante Adams. Davante down to the KC 10-yard line. So making things happen here are the Raiders, but it's definitely too little too late. There's 7 minutes left in the game. Clock is moving. 1st and 10. They're just outside of 1st and goal. Named DJ Turner out of Michigan. DJ Turner, that's possible. 1st and 10. Stidham gets the ball, looking to throw, dumps it over and gets it to Amir Abdullah, picks up 2 yards. They're going to say it's a catch, but they're going to say incomplete. No, are they going to? No, they're saying it's a catch. Okay. What do I know? Who should the Niners draft? Well, it's all gonna free agency is gonna really play a huge factor in it because you have to think that it's all gonna. I mean, and you don't draft for need always. A lot of times you want to just draft the best player available, and we don't really know who's. Of course we don't know who's gonna be there, but I think the free agency will play a role in that. You know, whether it's Mike McGlinchey. You know, do we bring back Mike McGlinchey? McGlinchey is definitely, you know, polarizing figure in terms of like with 49er fans. I think he's had some good moments. I think he's had some bad moments. He played really well last week against the Raiders. He like locked down Max Crosby. So 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. Stidham looks for the end zone. Is that a catch? Did he get his feet in bounds? They're saying touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller back at the end zone. They're going to have to take another look at this because he was right there on the line. Ball, right foot. Ooh, that's not a touchdown. I don't think he got his left foot in bounds. I think that's going to be no touchdown. Right foot. Yep, no touchdown. Nope, that's no touchdown. But I mean, as of now, some players I like. Jalen Jones, I like cornerback. You know, I think Jalen Jones is someone who I do really like so far right now. Whippler from Ohio State, I like a lot too. He's someone for the interior, maybe could end up being our starting center down the road. 3rd and 10 for the Raiders now. Just inside the Kansas City 11. Snap is away. Stidham looking. Throwing it for the end zone for Renfro. Touchdown, Raiders. Gets it to Hunter Renfro, and it's a touchdown. And that's a good touchdown right there. We'll have to see, do the Raiders want to maybe go for 2? But that is a touchdown. Hunter Renfro. Cedric Van Pran, yeah. Van Pran, you know, there's there's a lot of different players who the Niners could target. It's still early days. Extra point is going to be good. So the Raiders do get some points out of it. Hey, Nick, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you here, Nick. I'm going to be doing the game after this. As well, the Titans and Jaguars coming up. All right. Andrew Voorhees. Yes. Let me see. Where do I have my draft notes? I like Julius Brents, who I had in my latest mock draft, a cornerback out of Kansas State. Excellent size, kind of that prototypical, that old school like Seattle defense, you know, cover 3. Trey Dean out of Florida, later in the later rounds, I'd like him a lot. And who else do we have here? Some players that I had. I do like Tyler Davis. Tyler Davis at a defensive tackle. There's a lot of good players who I've started watching, but I'm still like the draft is 3.5 months away, so there's still a long way to go before the draft. But you know, it's should be a good one. I think there's a lot of you know, every year there's a lot of great players who come out, of course, but it's for the Niners, it's going to be focusing in on and finding the just like those gems in the later rounds, you know, being able to find, and it's not every year that it happens, but when you find those George Kittle, Dre Greenlaw, Hufanga, those kind of players are who the Niners are going to have to try and find. Elijah Mitchell. If the Niners can do that, then yeah. Just want to stop by and say, if you're in chat, please like, comment, sub. There we go. Thank you, John Jay. Appreciate that, guys. And if you can, check out John Jay's channel. That's 49ers Ultimate Report. Check out his channel. Drop him a subscription. Like his stuff. One of the good, hardworking guys in the 49ers YouTube community. Thank you for that, John Jay. Jalen Duncan, yeah, that's another good player, too. There's a lot of different... there's so many different players. And I've really just begun my... my like evaluations, but I think there's going to be some really good players there. Cameron Latou, the tight end for Alabama, I think he could be a much better version of Charlie Werner, much better version of a Levine Tailolo. So they're doing an onside kick, and it's recovered by Kansas City. So with 6.5 minutes to go, they went for the onside kick, recovered by Kansas City. So Kansas City does have the ball. I'm glad the Niners-Raiders rivalry has persisted, says Lars. Since the Raiders moved to Las Vegas, it adds an interest to that matchup. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the issue really with moving forward with the rivalry is the fact that, I mean, naturally when you're in the NFC and AFC that you only play that team once every 4 years. Now, there is a way to there are ways where it could potentially be a little like slightly more frequent, but generally it's going to be about once every 4 years. So it's just so rare that we'll see the 49ers and Raiders play that but it's always a great rivalry, and I think it's a rivalry that's always going to be around for basically forever, I would think. Niner sickness. Do you think Raiders number 3 just got lucky against the 49ers defense? I think it's partially. I don't know if it's luck. I just think the Raiders came out a lot more aggressive, a lot more physical, and they really just dominated us. One of the big things that the oh, there we go. Thank you very much, John Jay. I appreciate the invite, man. Boxing is fun to watch. I'm just kind of clueless when it comes to boxing, though. Like, I don't really know the ins and outs of boxing all that well. I'll put it that way. There we go. Hey, I'll root for that guy, too. Let's go, Tank. Yeah, Beto, I think that it's a case of, like, I think the Raiders had a really good game plan against us, but they were able to execute it really well. I mean, the Raiders did a great job of, on first down, they'd get it to like 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2. And that, for any defense, that's really hard to defend because you have the entire field basically open for you to work with. Not only that, you think about, with the Raiders too, that they were able to control the clock really well. And that's really just the game plan that the 49ers normally try and do. Normally the Niners will be like, we're going to out-physical you, out-hustle you, and essentially we're going to control the clock, we're going to control the game. But that just didn't really, materialize in the game. But the Niners end up getting the win, and that's what good teams do, find ways to win. I mean, there were some plays that were like very wacky, but I think D'Amico Ryans made a really good point, and I think Hufanga needs to kind of play with a lot more. I think Hufanga needs to be a lot more disciplined. He can't always. You want to make big plays, of course, but you can't always just go for the big play. You have to make the right play first, and then you try and get the big splash play. SF fan, how are you today? Welcome on in. We're at 1925 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for all the subscriptions. Really appreciate it. Matthew Bergeron. There we go. You did some amateur boxing. There we go, man. That's good. Yeah, see, you're going to the game tomorrow. Excellent, SF fan. Enjoy the game, man. Hopefully the Niners will get the win. Lion297, how are we doing? How's it going over there, bud? I'm doing great so far today, man. Doing great. We have the Titans and Jaguars coming up later on. Whoever wins that game wins the AFC South. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City at the Raiders 38. Mahomes looking to I'm surprised that Mahomes still out there. Throws it deep. Good defense there by number 21 of the Raiders. It's incomplete. I think we need offensive line, says Choa. Yeah, in the draft, we need offensive line. We need a lot. There's a lot of different things that the 49ers could definitely use and could definitely work on. No team is perfect. So, Bryant, how are we doing, buddy? Great to have you here, Bryant. Always good to see you. 3rd and 5 for the Chiefs. There's about 6.5 minutes left in this game. I mean, this game is, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Mahomes, can't believe he's still out there. Mahomes is going to get sacked. And that's why you're like, what the hell is Mahomes still doing out there? Cleveland Farrell, the first-round bust out of Clemson, gets the sack. I think we're trade up for Jalen Jones. He's a great pickup for us. Could be. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers do trade up and move around in the draft. I think that when it comes to the Niners draft this year, it's probably going to be a little bit more trying to go for maybe I think we'll maybe draft maybe 5 or 6 guys. But we'll try and move around, move up, maybe trying to accumulate some picks for next year. Punt is away. Renfro takes it to the 15 up to the 18-yard line. Raiders get the ball back. We are 75 subscribers away from hitting 2,000. Holy moly. I really appreciate all the support this year. Appreciate everyone for helping out. I think there's a lot of good things coming up in the channel. We're gonna have a busy day tomorrow, and let me know, guys, because I do have Monday evening free. That maybe Raiders Magic. That maybe do the national championship game, TCU and Georgia. Hands the ball off to Jacobs. Jacobs plows through Justin Reed. Gets about 13 yards on the play. Nice run there from Josh Jacobs up to about the 30-yard line. Bills versus 49ers. That would be a great Super Bowl. Up to the 30-yard line. Snap is away. Stidham looking to throw. Dumps it off here to Jacobs, and Jacobs just drops it. Kind of maybe looked a little bit ahead because he was about to take a shot from L'Jarius Sneed. Where do I come from? The San Francisco Bay Area. We'll only have $6 million in cap space this year. I mean, cap space is one of those things where it can be manipulated and moved around and stuff like that. I think that the 49ers do a good job of that. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. At their own 30. Stidham fumbles the ball. It is recovered by the Raiders. Devontae Adams recovers it, but they fumble the ball. Stidham I guess you could say got sacked, but just the ball got knocked loose. That was actually a good force fumble there by Dana, the defensive end for Kansas City. Knocked the ball loose. But the Raiders hold on to it. It's 3rd and 10 for the Raiders at their own 30. 5 minutes left in the game. 3rd and 10. Snap is away. Stidham looking to throw. Throws it over the middle to Renfro. Renfro gets near a first down, and there are flags, which might be a face mask. There might be a face mask here on Kansas City. Andy Reid is a GOAT. Yeah, Andy Reid he's a fantastic coach, fantastic play caller. It is a face mask against Kansas City. So that's going to be an automatic first down for the Raiders. They were only about a half a yard away. That's definitely face mask, yeah. But it also tack on an extra 15 yards. So now the Raiders should be in Kansas City territory, and they are at the Kansas City 46. 5 penalties apiece for both teams. 1st and 10 Raiders at the KC 46. Snap is away. Stidham's looking to throw under pressure, just has to flip it away. There's nobody in the area at all. Is that going to be intentional grounding? I don't know if there's anyone in the area. I mean, he got out of the pocket, but he didn't get it past the line of scrimmage. And are they going to say that Josh Jacobs was maybe in the area? I guess they're going to say Josh Jacobs was kind of the guy in the area. Yeah, nope, it's going to be intentional grounding. Intentional grounding. Yeah. He got out of the pocket, but did not get it beyond the line of scrimmage. What would be the score if Raiders scored 2 touchdowns? Even if the Raiders went for 2 both times, and even if they got it both times, it would be 31-29. So not even 2 touchdowns will save the Raiders here. Not even 2. 2nd and 21 for the Raiders. Stidham throws it over the middle, incomplete, looking for Davante Adams. Kind of threw it a little bit behind him. Would have been very difficult for Adams to make that play. Would have been very difficult for Adams to make that play. Plus, he was about to take a shot, so yeah. 3rd and 21. Where does the name Shifty come from? So when I was younger, I think as most teenagers and kids do these days, play video games online, and one of the big things that I would do is play a lot of like shooting games. And if any of you have seen the series Band of Brothers, for those of you who've seen Band of Brothers, there's one of the guys in that he was based on a real person. But he was like a really good shot, and his name was Shifty. So I was like, oh, that's a cool name, Shifty. And I would be like, oh, I think in the video games, I was like, oh, I think I'm pretty good. So I just took that name. I adopted that name. Shifty Powers. Yeah, so that's where that name came from. It was from a Band of Brothers when I would play video games online. 3rd and 21. Stidham's going to throw it deep over the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted by the rookie Trent McDuffie, but it's incomplete. Looking for Davante Adams, and let's see it's 4th and 21. The Raider offense is going to stay out there. I mean, you may as well. It's 4 minutes left in your season, and yeah, things aren't looking good for you. Of course, everyone has all their support. You were a camper, Hunkad. I would do a camp a little bit, but I'd also go around and just, I had like irrational confidence. Stidham is going to get sacked by Chris Jones. And that's going to be the game right there, folks. Adams is in the blue tent, which is not good. On 4th and 21, Stidham gets sacked by Chris Jones, who's had just a monster season. To me, the best defensive tackle in football this year. Of course, I think in the last few years, Aaron Donald is just so amazing. But to me, Chris Jones is the best defensive tackle in football this year. He's been phenomenal. And there we go. Kansas City gets the ball back. There's 4 minutes left in the game. So, guys, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pretty much call it around here. This game is over. I'll be going live again in under an hour. In about 45 minutes, I'll be going live for the Titans and the Jaguars game. The Chiefs do hand it off to Ronald Jones. Picks up 9 yards. There's less than 4 minutes left in the game. Chad Henne's in a quarterback for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, regardless of whatever happens with any of the games tomorrow. Whoever wins, loses, whatever. The Chiefs will be the number 1 seed. So if you want to get to the Super Bowl in the AFC, Ultimately, it's going to be going through Kansas City. Kansas City's going to be on a bye week. 2nd and 1 right now for the Chiefs. They're going to hand it off to Ronald Jones, who gets just enough for the first down. There's going to be about 3 minutes left in the game. And that is absolutely going to do it, folks. That is going to do it. So I want to say there's a 49ers fan there. Yeah, they're there to bask in the loss of the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll see what the handoff here on 1st and 10. We'll see what the Chiefs do here, but I think this is going to be pretty much it. All the backups are in right now. Not even the Bills' fault, not even the Bills' fault. You're right. The Bills, not their own doing, but the Bills are going to their Bills now are fighting for the number 2 seed, I believe. But the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be number 1 seed in the AFC. They're going to win this game. There's just about 2 minutes left in the game, and Kansas City's just running the clock out. But so thank you very much, guys, for hanging out on this stream. Remember, in just under an hour, I'm going to be going live for Tennessee and Jacksonville. At 5. That game starts at 5:15. I'll be going live about 10 minutes before that. Thank you, Margaret. We'll see you tomorrow. Just after 1 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be going live for the 49ers and the 49ers and the Cardinals, which will be an interesting game, that's for sure. Nathan, hopefully you'll come back, check out the Titans Jags. Hopefully everyone here will come back, check out the Titans and Jaguars game. I appreciate all the likes, all the support. We hit 59 likes. One more like to hit 60. Let's get one more like. Let's hit 60 likes. But we're at the 2-minute warning, and this is going to do it for the game. So thank you very much, guys. Appreciate everyone for hanging out, and come back in about 45 minutes. We're going to have the Titans and Jaguars game going live. Appreciate all of you. Love all the support, guys. And I'm going to just go get something to eat. But thanks a bunch. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Titans Jaguars battle for the AFC South. It's going to be a good one. Peace out, guys. We'll see you later. Yeah, it's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, or 5:15 Pacific time is when the game goes live at 6 p.m. There we go. Alrighty. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much. The butt counts. I'm going to catch you guys a little bit later.